Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to McLane Stadium in Waco, Texas. Typically the home of the Baylor Bears, but today the Longview Lobos and the Desoto Eagles will battle it out for the 6A Division II Region II Championship. UIL likes to call it the state quarterfinals, but the winner today is a last man standing out of the 16 schools that opened the playoffs 4 weeks ago in Region II. I'm Chuck Zach, along with Keaton Daniels, Frank Sides. We are so happy and proud to be with you today, bringing you this Longview ISD presentation of Lobo playoff football. And Keaton, it's wet, it's nasty, and it's the number one team in the state in this classification at this time taking on the Lobos.
So what? These Lobos are here. We have made it, regional finals. You know, a lot of people was thinking this was going to be a down year for us. But that means round 4, we'll take it. These Lobos have looked good throughout the whole season, especially since district. We got out on our roll, got to the playoffs, showing teams how resilient we are. And I expect nothing less from this team tonight to show the same thing. You got the number one team in Desoto coming in, the reigning state champions. You got their coach saying that he's ready to see Coach King. And I guarantee you these Lobos are ready to see him too as well. The buzz that I heard throughout the whole entire week about this game almost make it feel like this is a state championship game because the excitement, the fans that are excited to be a part of this. And I see, as I was coming in, you can hear how loud they were in the concourse just cheering the Lobos on as they came out for warm-ups.
This may be, in the last 5 years, one of the 3 biggest games or matchups that the Lobos have had. Denton Ryan, Aledo, and now Desoto. You want to play with the big boys to win a state championship. This is what you get. You get these kind of games. You want to come out of them all with wins, but you want to be in them. Whether or not you can finish it, we're going to find out tonight. A Lobo team that was thought to be a middle-of-the-pack district contender by the folks at Dave Campbell's and such, ended up winning 9 games in a row coming into this matchup. There is no question they have probably exceeded everybody outside that locker room's expectations. I don't know if that's fair to say they exceeded the locker room's expectations, though.
No, you're absolutely right. And seeing this bunch, they don't have the big eyes. They feel like they belong. These guys seem very confident in their approach throughout practice this week. Yesterday, everybody seems to be, flying around, up-tempo, and with a lot of excitement, just like I've seen week in and week out. So I don't expect these guys to be able to be like, uh-oh, DeSoto's coming. I'm scared, or what are we going to do? No, they're going to be like they have to see us just as well as we need to see them too.
And I think those earlier games that I mentioned, the Denton Ryans and the Aledos, play into this. If you're a school that's never been in this situation, you could see having the intimidation factor for a DeSoto. When you've been here before, a lot of these guys, some of them were on the field against Aledo. Some of them were JV players, freshman players who were part of this whole thing. I think they got from their upperclassmen teammates. It's no big deal.
Just take it one game at a time, one play at a time, and believe in yourselves because you have enough to be able to get it done. It doesn't matter. A lot of these guys already know. A lot of times when they come in, they're not the biggest, but they have the biggest heart, and that's where it's going to win you games. It's all about execution and how hard you're willing to continue to keep hitting your opponents, play in and play out. And they've seen from playing those teams, the Aledos, the Denton Ryans, all those other bigger names, that they line up and play just like we play too.
That's right. Lobos come in with a record of 11-2. They won 9 in a row since their back-to-back losses to South Oak Cliff and Ruston back in September. Along the way, John King's teams have promoted a freshman to wide receiver to the varsity. They saw a sophomore move into the starting lineup at quarterback, and they've seen senior Boosie Washington establish a new Lobos single-season rushing record, 2,152 yards, and he can add on to that in the game today. And if they win, he'll add on to it some more next week and really make that hard to reach. And the Lobo defense, which returned just a couple of starters from last year's amazing team. We had 2-3 years of really great defense here at Longview, and the thought was, man, we lose so much, it's going to be a down year on defense. They lost 6 defensive linemen against South Oak Cliff coming out of that game. And yet, what does this team become? resilient and flying around, and guys like Jemias Morrow and Kason Brooks and Brendan Reese have lived up to the preseason hype. Between them, 371 tackles. Brooks with 141 tackles himself, scored his third touchdown of the season last week on a pick six. 14 sacks, 32 tackles for loss. If there's not a conversation that includes Kason Brooks for 6A Defensive Player of the Year down in Austin for UIL, then there's a crime being committed, because he ought to be in that discussion.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been the glue. He's been the impact player for us, game in and game out. Whenever we needed to play, just for example, Lancaster, we were pretty much stale, slow. And next thing you know, here comes a botched punt, and here he comes catching it, and it takes it to the house. Well, the next week, catches an interception, hurdles the quarterback, scores another touchdown for you. So, big play after big play after big play. My goodness, I don't know what else he has to do besides come out here and do the same thing tonight to be able to be in consideration or to have his name as one of the finalists for 6A Player of the Year.
He may have a cape on underneath that uniform tonight, that jersey he's wearing, because he may be Superman. Now the Lobos get the Desoto Eagles. They are back-to-back 6A Division II champions. They choose to stay in 6A when, by all intents and purposes, enrollment, they should be 5A Division I, but they say we don't play at 5A, we play at 6A, and so even though they had that opportunity, they decided again they're staying up. This past week when we had commitments, they had 7 players commit to Division I colleges, including their quarterback, Keldon Ryan, who's going to Virginia Tech, and of course the guy everybody's watching, Tiger. DeAndre Ryden, who has run for nearly 1,900 yards, and he's committed to play at Texas A&M. In front of them, they got a massive offensive line, and the biggest of them, this is like watching Godzilla versus King Kong when these two guards get out there. It is Byron Washington, who's 6'8", anywhere between 380 and 400 pounds, depending on what he had for lunch that day. He's that big. He's going to Syracuse next year to play. So they have got a all-star type team, lots of Division I athletes, and I'll do this sarcastically, the poor little Lobos don't really have that many of those, but there's only 11 guys on the field at a time, and as you said, the heart of the 11 may be the difference tonight.
I'm telling you, this game feels like David versus Goliath. In the sense of, you see all size, all world, all everything over there on the Eagle sideline. But these Lobos out of East Texas, these country boys, we know how to strap them up and play too. And we're not going to lay down because of who you are.
Now, the pregame had an interesting twist to it as the Lobos were on the field warming up on what's our left side of the field. The Eagles came out all shirtless. Now, I'm going to give you this. It's 50 degrees here in Waco today. It is raining and has been for the last couple of hours. We expect it for about the next 30 minutes or so, maybe a little longer, and then the rain should dissipate. But in an attempt to show a little intimidation of the weather doesn't bother us, DeSoto came out, every player shirtless. You've been on the field. As you're watching warm-up on your side of the field doing your thing and you see the other guys come out like that, does that even faze you?
No, not at all. That doesn't scare me. It doesn't tickle my fancy at all. I just sit there and just laugh at you and just be like, all right, I'm going to see how you're going to act once I hit you in the mouth, because I'm going to make sure I imply my will on you.
The issue about attitude is going to be big today. DeSoto's got lots of it. They don't like to shake hands in pregame. They want to goad you into getting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and basically move you out of your game, get into their headspace and get out of your headspace. This may be a key of today's game for Longview. Can you ignore? You're asking a bunch of 16, 17-year-old guys, can you ignore the yapping? Can you ignore the last-minute late hits? Can you ignore all the extracurriculars and stay in your game? We saw a game at Highland Park a few years ago. They could not ignore that, and it cost them a football game. Definitely. Can they ignore it today?
Absolutely, and that's something from talking to Coach King, he has definitely implied that to these guys. They definitely are aware of it. It's just a matter of just staying mentally strong throughout the game and not feeding into their antics, because they're going to chirp, they're going to dance, they're going to do everything they can to try to get you off of your game. And once they feel like they got you off their game, here they go. They think that they can beat you.
The winner of this game gets either Denton Guyer or South Lake Carroll in the 6A Division II state semifinals. Apparently it's set up for next Saturday, and already it's the Wildcats with a 14-0 lead over the Dragons in the first half of that game. So things at the moment are pointing toward, actually 14-14. We just did a refresh. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as we go, because the winner of this gets the winner of that. Of course, these coaches know each other. John King, with 21 years in as the head coach of the Lobos, 234 wins in those 21 years. He is facing Claude Mathis. Mathis in his second stint as head coach at Desoto. He has faced John King 4 times, twice as a head coach at DeSoto, twice as a head coach at Marshall. He's 0-4 against Coach King so far.
And a lot of people heard his sentiments, his post-game interview last Saturday after they beat Willis, and saying that he has a lot of respect for Coach King. He's looking forward to seeing him out here on the field, as I say it in a nice version.
That's right.
But as you say, 0-4 against Coach King.
Yep.
There's a reason why he has a lot of respect for Coach King, because he has seen us when he was at Marshall and in his first stop at DeSoto, and he's ready to try to get that. He's ready to try to get a win against him. So that's what that was all about in a nice way.
We understand. All right, to get here in the playoffs so far, Longview has beaten Garland-Naaman Forest. 7-turnover win, hard to believe, 23-13 in the bi-district round. Beat Lancaster in overtime after falling behind big in that game, 35-28 final. And then last week, you and Frank brought home a win over Klein Collins, 42-28 in the regional round of the playoffs. DeSoto, their 3 wins have been against Colleen Shoemaker. They beat them 63-6 in bi-district. They beat Wiley East 51-17 in the area round, and last week beat Willis 55-35, a game that we thought was going to be close. Actually, Willis got up 14-0 and then let that slip away.
Hey, I'm popping in for just a second to let everybody know, and I'll mention this a few times during the broadcast, as will Keaton. We are using Baylor University's Baylor Vision video feed today, so it's going to be a little bit more neutral than you're used to seeing. Some DeSoto cheerleaders, some DeSoto fans, and I just wanted you to know, in case you're wondering why our camera's pointed at the DeSoto Eagle and zooming in on his eyeball. That's the reason.
Thank you, Frank Sides. So there you got your explanation early. All right, coaching staff for the Lobos, of course. John King's the head coach. Oscar Wilson, Chris Valerie are the assistant coach and offensive coordinator. Jalen Claiborne, the receivers coach. Chad Hancock and J.R. Tatum, offensive lines. David Ashley, the tight end coach. On the other side, John Barry is the defensive coordinator. Josh Rankin takes care of special teams and safeties. It's Scott Hart doing linebackers. Brandon Bonds and Pat House doing defensive line and defensive back. That's the coaching staff, the brain trust for the Lobos. We get ready for the coin toss on the field here in just a second. As we get ready, we'll ask Keaton Daniels, key to the game today, Keaton.
Key to the game for me offensively is to be able to move the ball up and down the field throughout the whole entire part of the game. And I say it sounds easy, but it's not going to be easy. I guarantee you they know we have a 2,000-yard rusher in Boosie, so they're going to load the box, play a lot of man-to-man. It's going to be key for your receivers to be able to make plays throughout the game, your tight ends. You're going to need a team effort to be able to beat this team. Defensively, I feel like if we can eliminate big plays, especially early in the game, stop them from scoring, particularly I'm more impressed. I'm more focused on the first 2 drives.
Okay.
As long as we keep them from scoring touchdowns those drives, I like where we're headed. I think that we definitely have a shot to be able to continue to battle with these guys and keep them wondering what the heck is going on once we get to the fourth quarter. These Lobos are going to battle throughout the whole entire game, and I'm excited. Can't wait to get it going. Here we are, less than 2 minutes. I wish I could strap it up and play one more time.
We get a classic battle between 2 really, really good running backs. Sometimes you get that, sometimes you don't, but today we really have outstanding running backs. Devondre Tiger Ryden, 5'11", 200-pounder. He's going to Texas A&M, 234 carries, 1,880 yards, an 8-yard average with 27 touchdowns. Boosie, 224 carries, 2,152 yards. He's averaging 9.6 yards a carry, 28 touchdowns. He's averaging about 165 yards a game, and of course comes into this as the all-time leading single-season rusher for the Lobos. He is hunting down a couple other records. I don't know if he can get them today. He may need a couple of games to get there, but he has 5 touchdowns behind Taylor Tatum for single-season rushing touchdown record, 33 for Taylor. Boosie's got 28 this year. He needs another 9 touchdowns to catch Taylor in all-time total touchdowns for a career. He's number 2 in that category right now, and he can maybe move up the list if he can get a few more rushing touchdowns for his career at 49 for a career. 53 is Fred Talley. He's next. Then Caden Meredith, and Taylor's at a stupid 63 touchdowns for a career. There's the Desoto version of the national anthem. And we're going to start sending captains out to the middle of this field as finally we get ready for the last game in this region for 2024. We started this thing back in August. Players got on the field actually the beginning of August. Here we are in the second week of December, trying to make our way to a state semifinal for a second time in the last 3 years.
Gotta love it. Opportunity here to be the last team standing in your region. An opportunity to prove the naysayers who don't believe in you wrong one more time. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. Let's go Lobos.
Jamarian George, Kiefer Doxey, Kason Brooks, and Kelvin Washington, captains for the Lobos this afternoon. We're coming to you from McLane Stadium. This is where the Baylor Bears play. There is the very high coin toss by today's referee. And apparently it looks like the Lobos may have won the toss. And I'm waiting for them to say they're going to defer. And there it is. They'll defer to the second half. So as has been John King's pattern, I'm going to go on defense first. I want to get that ball to start the second half. And the Lobo defense is going to be the first one on the field as they'll face this high-powered DeSoto offense.
We do have something different this week. They shake hands with the opponents.
Yeah. Something they did. And I have a feeling some of that may be the Claude Mathis-John King relationship.
Absolutely.
I'll have a feeling that he's not going to give any extra ammunition to John King.
Yes.
I'm showing a little deference and a little respect.
Yes.
As opposed to I'm going to fire up Coach King and those Lobos a little bit more.
And I had a chance to talk with Coach King for a good while yesterday. And I'm not going to share everything in depth, but there is a true respect factor between both coaches. It goes back to from a while ago, before he was at Marshall, to his days at Marshall, to his second stint early on with DeSoto. So he has truly a lot of respect for him. It's crazy that we do finally have this opportunity to be able to play each other again, but it's definitely more bragging rights right now. So it's time to tee it up. It's time to get some football going. Let's go.
All right, DeSoto will send back deep Dalen Singleton. He is their SMU commit, the best wide receiver they have. Kicking off, DeAndre Mitchell. We are finally ready. 4 minutes after 3 o'clock. Let's get ready for the regional finals. In the first kick, a line drive that's going to skip on that wet turf, and down to the ground will go the Eagles at the 23-yard line, and that's where they're going to take over. One
of the things, too, that you kind of saw a hole in their kickoff return game there, and then we just kind of exploited, knowing that we was playing in the rain, knowing that the ball was going to be slick. Let's get it on the ground and see how well that they can play with it. I would say the first check goes to us on that. Now it's time for the defense to be able to step up.
The offensive line for the Eagles, Elijah Andrews is 52. He is the left tackle, 290 sophomore. Vincent Williams next to him, 315-pound senior. Center, Jabraylon Stewart, 255-pound junior. Right guard Byron Washington, 400-pound senior, and Xavier Atkins, 275-pound senior at right tackle. First down, handoff to Ryden, and he's carrying guys with him across the 25 to about the 28-yard line for a gain of 5 on first down.
Now, one of the things that Longview has to be worried about is an up-tempo offense. Here they are finna get ready to try to run another play at you. Got 3 receivers here to the bottom of the screen. We got to get lined up very quickly here so they cannot try to outnumber us.
And that's exactly what the Lobos do. They'll move people over. We'll set up the rest of the offense in a second. Back to pass. The quarterback, Ryan, got a man middle of the field off his wet hands. That's Sayrod Baker, the intended target. It brings up third down and 5.
Incomplete pass. Ball was thrown at the receiver. He could have made an easy catch. It lets you know what type of elements you're dealing with right now. Game on, 3rd and long here. Lobos have an opportunity to go 3 and out to start this drive.
Their receivers are 13, Dalen Singleton. We just saw Baker, number 12. 7 is Ethan Feaster, and 9, Christoph Fantroy. That's the starters. Our tight end, 81, Mark Duffy. And, of course, 1, DeAndre Ryden. The quarterback, number 3, Keldon Ryan. Lobo defense next break. Here's the handoff on 3rd down, 5. They're not going to get there. Great open field tackle. Jemias Morrow comes up and puts them to the ground. There's maybe a gain of 1, 4th and 4 coming up.
Excellent open field tackle there by your senior outside linebacker, Morrow, getting the stop, bringing up 4th down. Excellent job here to start this drive out to go 3 and out. This team picks up about 5 yards, punting the ball. Gotta love what we just did.
It was actually Sayrod Baker, who carries the ball quite a bit for them as well, is the guy who was dropped that time by Morrow. So Bubba White will go back to his 35-yard line. DeSoto's missing a player as they run one out onto the field. Quick 3 and out, 10:38 as the clock rolls, and now we're going to get to timeout before they could end up getting a 5-yard penalty for a delay of game. And honestly, I don't know why you just don't take the 5-yard penalty.
I agree with you there, Chuck, 110%. Just go ahead and take that 5-yard penalty, put you at 4th and 10, and just call it a day. Let's just punt it and just go from there. But the fact that you take your time out there, and you see the rain is coming down here.
It's picking up.
It's picking up a little bit. Now you got to make them think about it a little bit longer. You got to be mad if you're the Soto sideline, have to waste the timeout on the 4th down.
Well, and these are the biggest plays maybe of this game, these special team plays where you can pick up 40, 50 yards with a muffed punt or a fumbled punt.
Absolutely.
Today, guys like Bubba White are going to be extremely important. You don't need necessarily to take balls back for touchdowns. You need to secure balls and make sure they don't get away from you and you give away a possession.
Absolutely. Possessions are key. You don't want to give up anything anything cheap, anything bad, and give this team any type of confidence.
Andre Pentecost is their punter. He's standing back on the 15-yard line. White's at the 35, 4th down, about 5, and they're going to fake it on this one, and they're going to pick up the first down as slinging across the 35 out to about the 38-yard line. That is Tiger Ryden who picks up the first down, and they went into the bag of tricks early.
And to do it on their own sideline just lets you know they feel like they got a little Dan Campbell in them. And he has a little moxie to him, and expect that to go on a lot throughout this game tonight.
Well, 10-yard pickup on a 4th down and 5 for Ryden, and now it's first down at the 38-yard line. Defense for the Lobos, Tyson Johnson, Jamarian George, DeKalen Nelson are the defensive linemen, and spinning to about the 43-yard line is Ryden as he gets taken down after a gain of about 5 more. Ryan Peoples coming up to make the tackle.
Excellent job of being able to collapse on him, but you got to be able to keep your feet with him, because this Tiger Ryden, he's showing you why he's going to A&M. He's not stopping easily.
They're quick again, ball down low on the snap, and Ryden just picks the ball up from the feet of Ryan and tries to make something out of it. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Linebackers for the Lobos, they've got Jaden Woolridge, who's been spun back to linebacker because of the injury to Isaiah Horton. Jemias Morrow, Kason Brooks, Brendan Reese. Corners are Decaden Carter and Bubba White. Safeties are Bradley Williams and Brian Peoples. So on another 3rd down and 5, again they're going to go to the ground. This time it's Ryan, the quarterback, who will break a tackle or two and kind of skate to the 50-yard line for a first down as he gains 7.
Bounced off a couple missed tackles there and fell forward to be able to get barely enough to get that first down, maybe a yard more. But here they go back again, fast tempo.
Very quick tempo. They do not want the Lobos to be able to substitute players, and they don't need to this time. First down handoff goes nowhere as Ryden gets stopped about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
North Texas meeting the Aggie. Brendan Reese stepping up to the play, finding the empty lane there to meet Tiger Ryden for a 1 yard, actually a no-yard gain there to bring up 2nd and 10.
Little huddle this time for the Eagles. They've had the ball since the opening kick. And back to pass for the first time. Ryden being flushed out and then grabbed, and he tries to pitch that ball forward, incomplete, as Ryden couldn't handle it at the 48-yard line. But boy, Ryan was extremely risk-taking there, in the grasp and in trouble, and tossed one out a la Patch Mahomes and almost got himself a catch to Ryden, but it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Lobos catch a break there. Almost had a sack there, but we wasn't able to get him down as they coming up on the 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, Lobos showing pressure. A couple of linebackers filling the gap. They'll stand, however. Ryan back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. Wants to go deep. Overshoots his target. He had a guy open, Dalen Singleton, and just missed him with a bad throw at the 20-yard line. It's 4th down.
Not sure what the actual coverage was called on that play, but we're going to have to do a good job of staying in the middle, watching that guy, especially when they stack up with their receivers like that, having to be able to have a guy stacking up on top of that, because he was wide open. If it was a dry surface, the ball was put on him perfectly, he may have housed that one.
Yeah, well, the Lobos gave up the first down on the special team. Oh, snap down low. Did he have a knee down? He did have a knee down. 38-yard line. Lobos are going to get a huge break.
Huge break there.
The snap came in low, and the punter, Pentecost, went down to his knees to get it. The white hat right there blew the whistle quickly, and the Lobos are going to get great field position.
No, excellent job there by the referee, seeing that he had his knee down, and that rules play down right there immediately. Lobos getting the opportunity to start it on the Desoto Eagles side of the ball, inside of the 40-yard line. So let's go.
So that's a huge first break for the Lobos after giving up a first down on a fake punt on first down. Here we'll hand it to Boosie, breaks a tackle, and we'll get across the 35 to maybe the 34, 33-yard line. Gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Positive yard gain there. Boosie did an excellent job. He's going to have to do a lot tonight make the first man miss. That was number 15, the TCU signee, Kiki, that he was able to miss that tackle.
So gain it to the 34-yard line. Second down and 6. Back up the middle they'll go. First down, Boosie, 20-yard line, 15-yard line, 5-yard line, touchdown Lobos.
There we go. House that ball. Boosie with the break tackle. Getting us on the board first. And if you are a Lobo, you got to be feeling good. And if you can hear my sound of my voice, you know I'm feeling good too with you.
I tell you what, there's not a whole lot of people in the stands, and this place is so huge. Most of them are hiding up underneath the overhang. You can hear them.
Yes.
We're on the opposite side of the field, and they are making some noise from East Texas as the Lobos jump out to a 6-0 lead. Mitchell on now for the point after, try to make it 7.
All I know is I'm glad Frank has given me some room to jump up and down.
Oh, they block it.
It's a block.
It started with a high snap. That was the problem first. Getting it down. Kiefer did a nice job getting the ball down, but they just couldn't get there. And as a result, it stays a 6-0 lead, and the Lobos will have to go back over and kick off. But first of all, we're at 7:34 to play. They got to do a better job blocking off the edge because that guy came flying in from the far side and got hands on that ball.
I guarantee you that's something that they definitely have watched throughout the week, watching film, and they knew that they had opportunity to be able to exploit that. A game like this, points are going to come at a premium, so it's going to be very important that you have to get whatever points you can out there on the field to not to be able to come away empty-handed. Granted, we did catch a break by them taking the knee on that punt accidentally. So we'll use that as a turnover. And the turnovers, you want to try to create points, and we just got 6 points, so still a win for us. I'm going to still take that.
We talked about special teams are going to matter.
Yes, sir.
On the first special teams attempt, we squibbed a ball down. They had to fall on it. Couldn't do anything with it. Second special teams, they faked a fourth down and got it. Third special teams, they put a knee down on the punt. So far it's 2-1 advantage Lobos on special teams, big plays here in this first quarter. All right, Mitchell to kick off again. They're really putting only one guy back deep, middle of the field. Let's see what the Lobos decide to. This again, they're going to punch one, and it will bounce a couple times. Singleton's going to pick it up at the 15-yard line. Now he's getting a seam, 30-yard line, and down at about the 33. Where he returns it for about 18 yards on the tackle, Jalen Taylor for Longview.
I still like the kickoff. Still like the opportunity of kicking it down there, making them having a kind of bobble or think about it a little bit. You just need to get your coverage team down there, not play around with the blocks, not contest with those guys. Just get off of them and just get down as fast as you can to try to get a tackle.
All right, so 6-0 Lobo with the lead. And now the Eagles will go back to work at the 33-yard line. 4 receivers set this time. They're going to stay with that a lot. And the quarterback handing it off. It'll be riding, still on his feet, and we'll get a first down to the 46-yard line. Gain of 13 down at his feet. Bringing them down was Jalen Taylor again.
If you watch majority of the time so far, they've been running to their sideline or running behind their big offensive linemen on the right side. So it's something to keep an eye out throughout this game too.
Rain coming down faster and harder now. 13 yards on the carry. Going again to him. This time he gets upended and goes down at about the 49-yard line. Gain of 3.
Tripped him up right there. Being able to make him or take him down brings up a gain of about 3 or 4. Here they go, try to go again quickly here.
Second down and 7. Pace has been the DeSoto MO so far on offense. They're trying to keep the Lobos from switching out players. Ryan back to pass, middle of the field, got a guy caught and then dropped immediately, and here comes a flag. They're going to drop a flag on the Lobos. A catch made by 7 Ethan Feaster, the 180-pound sophomore, and Jalen Taylor may have paid for that one.
Yeah, I hate to see that. The senior safety there trying to deliver the big hit, lays down with his head, and that is a big no-no. And as you see, you hope he's okay.
Yeah, I did not like the reaction from Jemias Moore, who looks very upset.
With a player hurt right now,
we're going to take away. We're going to cut away for a break for a minute. We'll come right back. So you're watching our Lobo ISD, Longview ISD presentation of Lobo football.
Hey, Kay.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Mom, I want to talk to you about something.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Having you in the stands means the world to me.
But I need to ask you something.
Hey Lobos, it's important, so listen up.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play for respect of others.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy. I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with a control of self.
I will slow my anger down. I will act based on my standards.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way. That means I play with the spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out. I will bounce back when I get knocked down. I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this. Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back. It means cheering loudly, but it doesn't mean putting other people down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref. It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
You say it, my coach says it too. My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing our Lobos and Lady Lobos.
It's about more than a scoreboard. It's about using sports to become all that I can become.
And having fun while I'm doing it.
I couldn't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to.
I've made a commitment to the Texas way. Will you be making it with me?
Go Lobos!
With season tickets selling out well in advance of the football season each year, you can see why the tradition of football is so strong in our area. Oh yeah, and don't forget the band. The Big Green Marching Machine is pretty outstanding. Friday Night Lights. We wait for it all year long and relish the few months we get to enjoy it. It's where legends are made and memories are created to last a lifetime, and not just for the kids and their parents, but for the entire East Texas community. Friday Night Lights, just one more thing I love about East Texas.
All right, well, let's start with the good news. Jalen Taylor, who was the injured player, got help but got up and was able to walk off the field. It is a first down catch up at the 35-yard line. They added 15 yards on the penalty on Taylor for targeting. So it's first down at the 20 for Desoto. Handoff to Ryden, breaks 2 tackles and will get a yard out of what should have been a 3-yard loss.
Defense did an excellent job there, swarming to the ball after a missed tackle there. And this wet surface there. Normally, most of the times you see a lot of sure-handed tackles from our part. But luckily to see that we were running to the ball to be able to get to him.
And on the quick second down and 9, again, Ryden will get it out to the 16-yard line, where it brings up third down and 6.
That kid is a tough ball carrier. He doesn't go down easily at all. He's going to make sure he wears you down and try to fall forward. We're going to have to do a good job of bringing all 11 to meet him and stop him short.
So third down and 6 coming up for Desoto now. Obvious 4-down territory with 5:43 left to play in the quarter. Ryan back to pass, throwing slant, ball knocked down, line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 6.
Excellent job there on tipping the ball, being able to make it incomplete. There was also a lane there. The quarterback had an opportunity to find the slant, but that brings up 4th down, and they're going for it.
I tell you what, you got to feel bad for Tyson Johnson, who got buried. He got ultimately pancaked by 400-pound Byron Washington. Lobos move.
But I don't know if we crossed the line of scrimmage, though, so that is going to be.
Now both sides pointing at each other.
The referee on the side, on our side, he did not run in and throw his flag immediately, so he thinks it's actually on probably the Desoto side.
Lobos bobbled at the line of scrimmage, may not have crossed the line. We'll wait for the white hat to tell us what his interpretation is.
False start.
False start on Desoto. Boy, that one's big.
And I'm telling you, from this vantage point, from us seeing it up here where we at, it definitely looks like we did not cross that line of scrimmage to be able to make them jump off, make them false start. So it was a good job on the side judge over there to be able to see that.
It was Jaden Woolridge who kind of bobbled a little bit, and that got the left tackle, Elijah Andrews, a sophomore, to move. And as a result, it becomes 4th down and 11 now.
So right now, you got an empty formation here. They're going to try to outnumber you, get the ball out quickly here.
Well, I worry about the quarterback running. He's going to throw it for the end zone. Got it, guy. Singleton, touchdown for the Eagles. He back-shouldered that over the two defenders. On 4th and 11, they go for the throat and get the touchdown.
Yeah, being able to run a fly route there with one of your top receivers, your speedster. Had a mismatch there, had the linebacker on him. Knowing it is a one-on-one coverage, he found the mismatch he wanted to exploit. Touchdown, Desoto Eagles.
Had a couple of chances. The Lobos, I think, even though you give that score up, have to get a sense of we can play with these guys.
Absolutely right there.
But we got to do a better job in the secondary. We've had a couple of chances now where the Eagles did not get advantage of, almost blocked that point after. Holy cow. Lobos trying to answer a block on the other side, cannot. It's 7-6 DeSoto with the lead as they make the point after.
Hey, game on here. If I'm like you, Chuck, if I'm the Lobos, I feel like I can definitely play with this team. Watching them on their first two drives, I feel like they're not doing anything that is not wowing me. We can definitely make some adjustments, and I have the ultimate respect and confidence in Coach Barry and the defensive staff, and knowing that they're going to be able to scheme some things up and figure out what you're doing, and they're going to stop a lot of these post routes, and they're going to make you do something else.
The DeSoto drive, 7 plays, 67 yards, resulting in the touchdown. We've had the ball for 2 plays. They've had the ball for 18 offensive plays so far.
18 plays here for them to be able to only come away with 7 points, have the ball majority of this first quarter, still a win for us. I would take that. Now is time for our offense to be able to go down and be able to march down the field.
You worry about the defense being able to stand up to this without the opportunity to switch players out because they're continuing no huddle. It worries you about the second half if you're the Lobos, that you don't wear down this defense. Lobo offense, well, you'd like the quick score. You want to probably have a longer drive if possible just to give your guys on the other side a chance to rest a little. 5:29 left to play in this quarter. DeSoto's going to kick it, and they're going to pooch one up in the air. It'll be grabbed at the 18-yard line. That's Boosie to the 20, 35, 37, 8-yard line.
Excellent job in catching it, falling forward, and getting as many yards as he can, getting us to about the 38-yard line.
Well, you just get the sense, even though we've only seen him for a couple of plays, Boosie really feels good. He's not been totally healthy the last month or so. It feels, however, like he's feeling better today.
Absolutely. One of the main questions I asked him yesterday was, how are you feeling body-wise? And he said, I'm good. You're not stopping me no matter who you it doesn't matter who you are.
What tight formation this time. Handed off to Boosie again, up the middle, falling forward. They'll say the 41-yard line. Here's the offensive line. Fernando Longoria at left tackle. Jaden Jackson is the left guard. Eddie McMillan's the center. Cedric Reitner is the right guard. Jamarian George is the right tackle. Boosie lost his hat, so he's coming out for a play. Bryant Williams, a tight end. Dede Williams, Kiefer Doxey, Jaden Herndon, Jace Peterson, Jordan Hobbs, all at wide receiver. Of course, Boosie, the senior at tailback. We hadn't talked about the quarterback, Trey Hamilton, who is the sophomore, took over in the second round of the playoffs. He's been the man back there ever since. And in the game right now, Javorian Pereira will split out wide to the right. And in motion, we got a flag, we got problems.
False start there. First pre-snap penalty going against the Lobos. That's going to mark us back 5 yards.
So Longview will march back 5 yards, and instead of 2nd down and 7, we'll have 2nd down and 12. And with that, Boosie got his hat back on. He comes back in the game. Pereira, who is going to get the ball in that little jet sweep, comes out.
A jet sweep to the other side of the field there. Would have been curious to see how that play would have formed out, but that is a moot point now as we marked and lose 5 yards to a pre-snap.
All right, 4:34 left to play. 2nd down and 12, Lobos, 36-yard line, trailing 7-6. Hamilton still got time on the play clock. Going fullback this time. Handoff. No, yeah, there we go. It's Buster who stumbled out of there. Boy, for a second, looked like he didn't have the football, but he kept his feet, and they didn't tackle him. And all the way down to the 29-yard line, Buster Mumphrey with a big 2nd and 12 carry.
I want to give credit to Trey on that. He saw his read. That was a check with me play, and he saw the way that the defense was lined up. He checked to that dive on that fullback and bust through that lane as he done for us all year. Stumbled and bumbled and almost fell. Kept his feet, so all is well, to the inside of the 30 of the Eagles.
35-yard gain on the play. Back inside they're going to go. Boosie pushing forward across the 25 to the 22-yard line for a gain of 7.
And Chuck, I'm going to tell you one thing that I'm seeing right now that I absolutely like is that our ball carriers, they're falling forward. They're missing tackles, making opponents miss tackles. They're trying to get all, and they're holding on to that ball, and they're trying to get as many yards as they can so far.
All right, 7 yards for Boosie on the first down carry. 3:25 left to play in this what's been a very long first quarter. High formation for the Lobos. Handoff Boosie again, trying to go outside. Stumbles to the 20-yard line where it's going to bring up third down in the yard.
Third down in the yard, right there at the 20-yard line. Gain of about 2 yards. Falling forward. Big-time play here right now as you're right here at the red zone as we're trying to convert to keep this drive going.
Defensively for the Eagles, they've got DJ Rumpf at one end, Keelan Abrams the other. Marshall Kirvan, who leads the team in sacks and tackles for loss, is number 10. He's a 5'10", 265-pounder, plays in the middle of the defensive line. Cortez Regar is next to him. Handoff on 3rd and 1. Yeah, maybe. Looks like forward progress got him into the 19-yard line. We'll see if they think he's far enough to move the chains.
First down, look good to me. You should move the chains, and I'm waiting on the signal of the judge on the sideline.
Neither one's moved it yet.
Once he spot the ball, this has got official timeout. They're gonna look like they're gonna mark it. They're gonna measure this.
Well, we got a spot way away from where the actual play ended at the 19-yard line. They marked it way on the other side of the field, on the Desoto side, but at the 19-yard line.
And if you're marking it on the 19-yard line, that marker is actually on the 19-yard line.
They're going to come out and measure this.
Should be a first down, but we're going to see what they give us.
With 2:32, they moved it way out over here. I guess the guy on this side had what he thought was the best spot, and he did not move his feet when he stopped.
But you know what? He wasn't tackled down here. This is what I
know.
That's
I think
crazy.
He's the guy that held his spot, had the ball, I guess.
First down.
And it's enough for the first down, so it doesn't matter. We can fuss about it, but it's a first down for the Lobos with 2:32 left to play in the first quarter. Boosie just had enough to squeeze in there for that little extra to get the chains moved.
Coming up on 2.5 minutes in this first quarter. Lobos convert on the first down. They have the ball now inside the red zone with the 1st and 10. Opportunity here to try to get us some more points here.
Rest of the defense for the Eagles: Caleb Holmes, Ryan Pelly are the other linebackers, along with Roscoe Billings. Camden Matheson, Sael Reyes are the corners. Handoff. Nope, it's going to be Hamilton keeping it. He kept it himself. He's got the 10-yard line, and unfortunately Kiefer was blocking and actually blocked the safety into where Hamilton was going. He had no idea his quarterback was behind him and where he was. Had he blocked him inside, Hamilton's got a touchdown. Instead, he's got about a 9-yard gain to the 10-yard line.
Excellent job there by Trey Hamilton, being able to keep that ball, break free for a long 9.5-yard gain to bring up 2nd and short here.
2nd and 1. Buster the fullback going to Boosie. Oh, he's got a spot, and there he is in the end zone. Right off right tackle. 12-7, Lobos with the lead. Boosie with his 2nd score of the quarter.
2nd score in the quarter. I believe that's 3 less from the great, 1 year removed, Taylor Tatum from the Longview Lobos all-time touchdown leader in the season list.
Taylor at 33. Boosie's got 30 now. Rushing touchdowns in a season. I said it may take him a couple weeks. He may do it in 1. He's had an 8-touchdown game. Why not?
I'm telling you, man.
Again, the high snap. Doxey does a nice job getting it down. Kick is up and good. Kiefer twice now has had to go up and grab that high snap. It's a 13-7 Lobo lead with 1:43 left to play in a very entertaining first quarter.
Very entertaining first quarter. Longview has shown that they are ready for whatever Desoto is throwing at them right now. They're gonna have to go to something else differently to be able to try to think whatever they thought was going to work because it's not right now. Longview right now is doing an excellent job. There are 2 drives on offense, being able to score on those 2 drives. Defense, it's up to them to be able to come with stops, come with plays, tackle, rally to the ball carrier, and make some tackles there. We're doing a great job. Doing a good job right now. We just need to keep it going.
All right. The drive that the Eagles had was 7 plays, 67 yards. We said the Lobos probably needed some long, sustaining drive. How about 7 plays, 62 yards? We basically answered exactly what the Eagles did. Let the defense sit on the sideline for the better part of about 2.5 minutes. And now get a chance to come back out with a 6-point lead. And early on, there's been a lot of Boosie. 7 carries, 61 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And here comes Mitchell's kick. And he's going to go the other direction this time. This one off the return man. Now Singleton will pick it up. Looking for a little gap. Gets away from one tackler. Not going to get away from the last group as he's slung down at the 33-yard line.
All right there. Ball is going to start about the same area where they started at last time. So it's up to the defense. Now you know you got a chance to kind of settle down. Typically it takes you about 2 drives to settle down because your emotions, you all hyped and excited to kind of know what's going on. Now you see what the offense is trying to do, the tempo that they're running at. Now it's up to you to just go ahead and start playing some ball.
Ryan on first down, keeping it himself and a yard at most as he falls into the line, and that's all she wrote. Boy, big block downfield. Tell you what, they blocked till the end of the play and then some. The tight end that time, 81 for them, is Mark Duffy. He made sure to put to the ground Bradley Williams.
I'm telling you, they're a team that's going to push the envelope, and they're going to make the referees warn them enough to where they have to throw a flag on them.
2nd down 10. Ryan back to pass again. Got time. Sideline route. Caught and just staying in bounds at the 48-yard line is Christoph Fantroy. The defender for the Lobos, Carter, I think, fell down on that route, and it left Fantroy wide open.
Pitch and catch there by the quarterback to the receiver. The inside, the slants is what we was having trouble with on the first 2 drives. We had that answered. Cornerback on the top kind of slipped. It was easy catch.
16-yard gain on the play. They'll hand off to Ryden, who goes for 8 to the 43-yard line on the Lobos side of the field. Second down and 2. Oh boy, big, huge hole that time as Ryden gets to the 37-yard line.
Here they go again, trying to come quick.
Campers for another 6 or 7 yards. And we're going to get a late flag. I hope that's not on the Lobos. They pushed off one of the linemen who was laying on one of the defenders and wouldn't let him get up. And I'm wondering if that's going to be an unsportsmanlike. It should actually be on Desoto for not letting the Lobo player get up. Now, the reaction was his teammate pushed, it looked like the lineman off of the Lobo. We'll see where this is going to go, though.
And I see his teammates yelling at him. But it looks like the referees have picked up. I know they called it against Longview.
Yeah, both sides.
Offset here.
The always popular both guys and no penalty. So ball the 36-yard line after the run by Ryden, who's now got 10 carries and 54 yards himself. And he's still got 30 seconds left to play in this quarter. The way these 2 guys are going, they may both top 250 yards today.
Especially with the elements, you know it's going to be a heavy dose of the run game. It's who is going to stop who first.
Speaking of elements, rain looks like it may have stopped. All right, they'll start the clock. First down, 10:36. Ryden bouncing off a couple guys out to the 32-yard line for a gain of 4 more.
I'm telling you, that first guy, it's hard to knock this guy down. He's pushing everybody off. He's falling forward as they're getting ready to go again now on 2nd down.
2nd down and 6. One more time, they'll hand it to him. Again, bouncing off guys. Tyson Johnson went for a ride for 5 yards, but it wasn't enough to stop him from getting a first down at the 26-yard line.
5 yards a pop is what he's getting. It's what he was averaging. Now probably 12 carries, moving the chains. It's a first down. And it looks like they're going to try to get one more play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, and they do. How about one more handoff? How about to the 20-yard line? Is Ryan's going to finish the quarter with a first down run as he gets slung down at the 20-yard line, and that's where we'll end the first quarter. Finally, we'll flip the field. Jaden Jackson with that last tackle. It's a 13-7 ball game as we stay here for our Longview ISD presentation of Lobo football. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Love to have you with us again. Share it. Tell people, hey, we can watch the game. Tune in and do it.
We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you're tuning in, stop for a second and go ahead and share this. Let everybody know you got an exciting ball game going into the first quarter, 13-7. The Desoto Eagles down by 6. They're marching in, trying to score right now, try to take a lead or score. Longview Lobos right now has scored on their first 2 drives of the game. Missed the extra point because the snap was high on their first possession of the game. But so far right now, it's been a back and forth process with elements, a lot of running the ball from us on our side of things, and a lot of up-tempo speed game here by the Eagles.
First quarter, Lobos had 4 first downs. Eagles had 8. 105 yards rushing for Longview. No pass attempts for the Lobos. 66 yards rushing for the Eagles. Their quarterback, 3 of 7 for 53 yards passing. So they've got 119 total yards. Lobos 105. The only turnover was a turnover on downs when the punter for Desoto put his knee down on a low snap. Other than that, been a pretty clean game. Just 1 penalty on each team. Well, I say that. There's probably now been, 2 because of the Jalen Taylor got hit with a penalty for targeting and then the offsetting penalties on the unsportsmanlike.
Yep, and here we go. Start the second quarter. Desoto Eagles and Longview Lobos, they're lined up and ready to roll.
It's second down and 4 at the 20-yard line. And they'll go again on the ground, riding again, trying to bounce off players. They hold on this time and knock him down at the 18-yard line. That was
Reese there.
Yeah, Brendan Reese on the tackle.
That was a good alligator form tackle there. As soon as he tackled, just roll with him. That's the easiest way to take down a carrier if you're going to hit him in the legs.
And right away, back to him to the 10-yard line where it's going to be a first down and goal inside the 10.
And these Eagles teams, they've been having success this drive with running the ball. They're going to continue to keep doing it right now. I'll be surprised.
And they are
false start.
Getting a penalty. We'll go back 5 yards before we ever get rolling. So that 5-yard penalty will set up now second down and goal from about the 14.5-yard line.
Heavy dose of the run game is what we've seen so far this drive. I believe only 1 pass play here. Got to be expecting the ball going into the hands of number 1, who's been the focal point right now of this drive.
So first down and goal from the 14. One more time, going left, got strung out, nothing happening that time. This will be a loss back to outside the 15-yard line, second down and goal.
Hey, if you're a fan of the Lobos, you know about this combination, 31-34. Arguably, my opinion, the 2 best linebackers on the team in the state of Texas. These guys have been a handful all season long, and right there, they just come away with a big stop here. Second and goal from the 15, no gain. You got to be able to come away with some more stops here this drive, an empty formation.
Second down and goal. We'll see if Ryan goes to the air. He's got nobody in the backfield with him. And again, we got a flag down, and again, they may have moved.
This is a lot of what we've been seeing from this Desoto team. They have shown characteristics to being undisciplined, and that's what they're doing right now. Second and goal from the 20, from the 19. You gotta like what's going on right now for the Lobos, but you have to come away with some stops here. Here they go again in empty formation. They know they probably are 1-on-1, so watch for them to try to convert with a big pass here.
Second and goal now from just inside the 20. Ryan keeping it himself. He's going to get slung down and sacked back at the 23-yard line, and it is Hampton Williams who
my
got in there.
gosh.
Now we're going to get a flag, and they're pointing like it's on DeSoto.
Jesser Hampton Williams, Jersey, comes away with a big stop. Shout out to this young man. He come up with a big offer this week. So he's been playing lights out ball. As he come away with a big stop, hopefully it's going in the direction of the Eagles and marching them further and further and further back.
Wow, this drive got down to the 9-yard line. They're going to mark off 15 more on unsportsmanlike.
3rd and goal from the 37-yard line.
Wow.
37, yeah, 37-yard line. Longview, just don't come away with any penalties here. Live with whatever they get. Just try to come away with a stop.
So 3rd down from back at the 36. Ryan back to pass. Got all kinds of time. Now pressure's coming. He's retreated behind the 50. He'll make a pass way short of a target, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
And you're definitely out of field goal range here. So this is a win for the Lobos, coming away with the stop right here as they was inside of the red zone, being able to come away with some points. Now they're not, as they're going to have to try to punt this ball away. And I don't expect a fake.
I would hope not. I'm sure. Go ahead if you want to.
Sure, go ahead if you want to. Even snap this ball high again or snap it low. Make the punter have to go down to a knee. We'll take that as a win.
So a drive that had gotten all the way down to the 9 on the run. Got in trouble because of a couple of false starts, an unsportsmanlike penalty, and a bunch of unsuccessful pass attempts. This one's going to roll out of bounds inside the 10, but I'll tell you what, if you're the Lobos, you don't care. We'll take it at the 8-yard line, and that is a huge win-win for the Lobos.
A win is a win is a win. We're going to take it no matter what the circumstances are. The DeSoto Eagles, you came away with no points here. That's a win. We get the ball back, a win again, and let's go down and march it down the field. And if we put points on the board 3 times as nice, looks good to me. I'll take it.
Well, we got to do this. That defense got in trouble with the runs. And when DeSoto got out of that, got away from that because of the penalties, kind of forced them into longer situations, that's not their bread and butter.
Yes, sir.
So the Lobos will take over. 10 minutes exactly left in the half, leading 13-7 at the 8-yard line. And nothing happening on 1st down. That will be no gain, and maybe, back to the 8-yard line barely. 2nd down and 10.
No gain there. We come in with 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, so you know you're going to get a heavy dose of run right there on that play. DeSoto did an excellent job there in read and react, playing with their hands, coming off blocks, coming away with a no-yard gain there. I think it was a D lineman that came away with that stop.
From down here, you'd like a 1st down or 2. Even if you can't go all the way, you'd like a pickup at least enough to move the chains a little bit. Handoff Boosie, who gives up ground and then gets caught from behind. Really good athletic play by DeSoto's defensive lineman. Outside linebacker, 15, Keelan Abrams is the guy that makes that tackle for a loss. That's his 17th of the year.
Fireman Kiki is his name. He's showing you why he's going to TCU. He has ambitions to become a firefighter his post-playing career. But right now, man, he's showing you why he is special, why he's coveted, why he's a Division I player.
All right, so it's 3rd down, almost 12 now. Lobos in their first real half to passing down, and we're going to get a flag before we get the snap, and it's on us this time. Well, all the good things you had going with the defensive side, a couple of stuffed runs, and now a false start makes it 3rd down and a little longer. It's only a half the distance penalty, so back to the 3-yard line.
Half the distance, 3rd down. You know, King is trying to get himself some room to get out of here and be able to punt the ball off. You know that's definitely what's going on in his mind right now.
3rd down, 15. Lots of time on the play clock. They don't waste it. Pitch it quick to Boosie. Gets a little bit of room. Ran into his own lineman. Flag came down. I think we're going to have a holding behind the play as he ran into, I think it was that Brian Williams he ran into. Trying to lead him. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because there was a flag down back of the 5-yard line. But Boosie was about to go on the loose, it looked like.
Yeah, I'm over here trying to say it to myself, but was asking, what are we doing here? I see our lineman or our tight end is pulling, and he's looking back.
Yeah.
Look forward.
Yeah. Find somebody to hit. Don't find out if he's coming up on you.
Oh, my gosh. That play had potential to be a big play.
So they're going to ask Coach Mathis, what do you want to do on this, Coach? The game got it out to around the maybe 11, 12-yard line. They're going to decline this. They are. So they'll give Vusi the yardage up to about the 13-yard line. It sets up 4th down and 5. He got some room to punt the ball, if nothing else.
No brainer here. Inside of your 20-yard line, inside the 15-yard line. You definitely need to get this ball punted away, play a little field position, reverse the field position, make Desoto have to march the ball down the field. Don't want to give him anything easy.
All right, so Desoto's going to put number 9, Christoph Fantroy, back around the 45-yard line. Snap high. Mitchell's got to find it. Still has not. Got to kick it out of there, and he does somehow. Mitchell gets a ball out of the end zone. He had no business getting out of there. He saved him a couple of weeks ago against Lancaster with a one-handed grab of a snap over his head. I don't know if he saved anything right here. They may go down and score, but I'll tell you what. This game has been all about the punters so far tonight.
Man, like I've said before, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and that was a play right there that was on our side. Just be able to put the ball on the 38-yard line than rather than giving them 2 points or 6 points here. Make them having to run some time off the clock is a win for us.
So while the punt isn't great, it's only 25 yards. It's better than the options, which could have been a touchdown or a safety. Ball heaved up towards the 5-yard line, out of bounds by Ryan as he was trying to get the ball toward his sophomore wide receiver, Ethan Feaster. And now it's 2nd down and 10. And they've gone to the air a lot here the last 5 or 6 plays.
Excellent job there by Bubba White in coverage. That ball was thrown high to where the receiver had no chance. Nobody's business being able to catch that ball.
2 guys in the backfield. Haven't seen this much today. 2nd down and 10. They'll move Ryden out of the backfield, hand the ball off to Baker. Baker makes a man miss. Second man missed and gets taken out of bounds about the 34-yard line. Tell you what, could have had a holding penalty on that wide receiver, Ethan Feaster, who was grabbing onto a Longview corner. They give up about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah.
And again, should have had some tackle in the backfield.
He was definitely holding him for a good while there. Referees did not call it. Brings up 3rd down in about 5 here. 2 down territory right now, so you know who has the opportunity to get the ball right now.
Keldon Ryan back to pass, looking, got all kinds of time from behind. However, there's Hampton Williams, and he got out of it. And now Ryan's going to throw the ball high and out of bounds, and it's 4th down. And how did he escape Hampton Williams?
My goodness, there was an opportunity there for us to come away with a big-time stop on the 3rd down to make them have to punt the ball. Quarterback breaks that tackle, and it throws it away. And like I said, this is 2 down territory. They're going for it. So if we would have been able to get a sack right there, I think that would have been a no doubt. We're going to punt the ball. But now here we are, have to come away with a big stop right now on 4th down.
All right, well, the 6'2", 210-pound Keldon Ryan is no picnic to get to the ground. 4th down and 5, 7:55 to play in the half. 13-7 Lobos. They're trying to draw them off, and instead one of their own linemen move. They were hard counting, trying to get the Lobos to come across the line of scrimmage. Instead, their own guy bobbled. And now it's 4th and 10.
4th and 10 now. Now look who's coming out there on the field. The punt team.
Yeah.
Now, but you got to be able to watch a fake here.
Right. They've done one already.
And look who's staying in the backfield, who faked it earlier, who took the ball on the carry. Number 1, Tiger Ridden, their stud running back, the A&M signee. He's back there too.
Lobos having to hustle a man off the field, and quickly
nobody's back there.
They get Bradley Williams out. They don't mind anybody not being back. And they'll let him punt it out of there. This ball's going to lazy bounce at the 10-yard line, and it's going to die at the 8. All right. We're back where we started 2 possessions ago, right back to the 8-yard line again.
So if you're the Lobos right now, starting the ball right here inside of your 10, what are you kind of coming out with? I would say here, if I'm in a 2-back formation, 2 backs, 2 tight ends, watch a play-action pass. We haven't thrown the ball yet. The rain has stopped. The rain has subsided. Definitely definitely look for something here. But I see 2 receivers, and I see Dede, and I see Herndon, our freshman receiver, in the game right now.
I tell you what, again, 7:46 to play. We'll go back and think about DeAndre Mitchell's ability to get that ball out of the end zone last punt. Handoff Boosie, and that's trouble all the way back to the 1-yard line. Oh, my goodness. That went the complete wrong direction, and they're going to lose about 7 on that play. And on the tackle, LaMarcus Summers, that can't be 16. That's who they've got is 16, if that's what I saw right. Yeah, maybe it is. Was it 16 or 18?
I think it was 18. I think it was 18.
Is Ryan Pelly.
Mm-hmm. But that shows you right now we're deep into the playoffs. He's used to being able to break long runs like that, and this time he didn't do it.
And now we got flags down again. And this time the Lobos are pointing like we didn't draw them off. They came across.
Yeah, we went in motion, and they jumped, and we just escalated it from there. So referees are trying to decide what's going on.
Now, if it's a penalty on the Lobos, it's a 1-yard penalty. If it's a penalty on Desoto, it gets him a little bit out of the hole here. Longview's all pointing in the direction of the Eagles. The officials take a long time. This crew is very deliberate about making sure they've got all the conversations and options out before the white hat comes to us and tells us what's going on.
And I like that. I appreciate that. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Nothing is going to get called without everybody's approval.
We remind you the winner of this ball game gets to play again, it looks like, next Saturday. The winner of South Lake Carroll and Denton Geyer would be the matchup. We saw a 14-14 game earlier. Now it's South Lake Carroll, who is down 14-0 at the half. They lead 35-24. Well, they went on a run in that half.
So that penalty goes in our favor. So that 7-yard gain now, that 7-yard loss that we took on the first down, and there's somebody down very, very late now for the DeSoto Eagles, but the flag goes against the Eagles. So we're going to get 5 yards back that we lost, which gives us a little bit breathing room.
The guy that's coming out is Ryan Pelly, and Pelly's the one that made the tackle on Boosie on that play. I think he fell on Boosie and caught a foot in the groin the way it looked. He came up a little bit in discomfort when he got up from that tackle. And when they reset, and now they've had some time, that pain didn't go away.
Yeah.
And if that pain didn't go away, you don't want to be out there anymore.
And I watched him a few times. I watched him for a little bit moving around after that play. He really didn't look hurt to me. I'm not trying to say anything, but he really did not show any type of ill will to being hurt. But nonetheless, like you said, that pain, he was probably trying to shake it off, and it just didn't go away.
Yeah, that's one of those pains you don't necessarily see an injury. You just feel an injury.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so second down and about 11 now. Back to the ground, and Boosie got a gap. He's at the 20. It's going to be a foot race, and Boosie has one man to beat. Does he have enough in the tank? And it looks like he's going to outrun the angle. And Boosie Washington takes this 93 yards for a touchdown. And the Lobos go up 19-7 with 6:50 left to play in the half.
I got one question. Everybody that's not a Lobo fan that's watching this, do we have your attention now? Because these boys right now are playing some ball. To being able to score 90-something yard, that is Boosie's third touchdown of the game. Already 150-something yards, should be close to it.
156.
156. How, in the words of John King, how do you like me now? I know it's premature and it's early, but my goodness, you got to love the way the Lobos are playing right now.
Better snap. Kick is good by Mitchell. 20-7 the lead. And the Lobos, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. DeAndre Mitchell's play in the end zone has changed the tenor of this game.
Yes.
He saved a score. He let the defense get a chance to try to get the ball back, and the Lobos made something out of it. That's a huge play. I'm telling you, when we come back, if we win this game, we're going to come back and look at that punt.
Yes, sir.
And the ability to get it out of there may have saved this game for Longview.
Man, saved the game. He had a play early on in the playoffs which saved the season against Lancaster.
Yep.
So a punter that's athletic, and not only is he athletic, who's smart enough to know I have an opportunity to still get this ball off, let me do it.
All right, 20-7 the lead. Lobos were a huge underdog in this game. For the first quarter and a half, they have at least shown they're up to the task of the number one team in the 6A Division II part of the football playoffs. Boosie with 3 touchdowns. He trails now by how many?
2 now.
2 now. He may get him in the first half. Kickoff by Mitchell. This time they don't even play around. It just boots the ball long, and it falls just short of the end zone. He missed it by a little less than a yard, and they're going to get the ball out to the 40-yard line.
So close there, so close. But they're going to get the ball, the best field position that they're going to start off with tonight. They're down by 13 points. And make no mistakes, they are the champions for a reason. They're not going to fold on you. They was down last week 14-0, and they made sure they let Willis know that they were still in this game, and they went on to answer with 42, I think, consecutive points.
I said 40, excuse me, I meant 30-yard line. They'll come out to the 30 on first down now. So Lobos with a 2-score lead. Desoto was down by 2 touchdowns to Willis last week and blew him out by 20. Now the goal is not to be that one. You don't want to be Willis 2.0. Handoff riding, boy, they're all over him. 3-yard gain, maybe 4 to the 34-yard line, but the Lobos are gang tackling like crazy right now.
Doing a good job there tackling. Had an opportunity there to get a stop in open field, but look who's getting up slowly right now.
That's trouble for them.
That is trouble for the Eagles, seeing their best running back coming up hurt, but they have an excellent running back galore as he goes down. So you hope for the young man. He's okay.
He stood up and then fell back down, and they're working on his right leg. And we don't want to show any of that any more than we have to, just like we did earlier with Jalen Taylor, who was down on the ground. But this is not certainly you worry about, is he concussed or knocked out or whatever. He's got an injury, what looks like, to his right hamstring maybe. And I don't know if they're trying to stretch him out a little bit. It's a little cool to be cramping. It's 50 degrees outside.
Yeah, I think.
But he may have strained it.
Yeah, for him to go down like he did. Definitely did not look good at all.
He is up, but he doesn't want to put any weight on it, it looks like. All right, well, they'll have a second down in about 6. Now, for Desoto, they've got options at running back. He's been the guy all year with the big numbers, but they've got a freshman, Myson Johnson Cook, who's got 902 yards and 14 touchdowns. He's number 0. And because they blow so many people out, a lot of second-string guys get a half to play or more. Mm-hmm. So it may be Johnson Cook that becomes the de facto running back. And, boy, I tell you what, he's still walking very gingerly off the field.
Yeah, and this team, they definitely have talents.
Yeah, there's 0 in there.
About a boatload, so you know they have somebody that's ready.
Yeah, 0's in the game. So that is Myson Johnson Cook, the 225-pound sophomore. He's a bigger load than Ryden is. Second down. Little broken play. Ryan in trouble, dropped. I'll tell you what, Jessica Hampton-Williams didn't hang on to him the last drive. He didn't let go of him this time.
No, he's a man. He was definitely mad about that opportunity on that last drive not to get that sack. This was the busted play. You could tell the running back and the quarterback, they was having a little talk after that. The running back obviously did not know what was going on as he stumbled trying to get to the ball there, but Jersey Hampton-Williams was able to come away with the stop, and he wasn't going to let go as we were trying to hurry up and get off the field now.
And just get off the field. Tyson Johnson sprinted to the sideline. Third down, a little more than 5. Pressure coming. And they hit the quarterback as he lets go of it. Lobo's going to chase this thing down. We haven't heard a whistle. Now they blow it. It's an incomplete pass. But the Lobo defense coming. Hampton Williams again.
Hey, these Lobos playing with a lot of confidence right now. The defensive line is flying to the ball. They're showing these Eagles that these country boys are ready to play. We're not scared of them at all, as we're able to come away with a big time stop there as we're making them punt the ball to us.
I'm not sure if that was that 47 for us or 97. Yeah, I saw. I for a second I thought it was Javarian Wilder who actually got there. So on 4th down, punt time again. This one's a short one off the side of the foot, and it's going to go out of bounds, 41-yard line. Short punt of about 25 yards, and the Lobos are going to get nice field position again.
Hey, Chuck, crazy stat here.
I love a good stat.
Crazy stat. Lobos are up right now, 20-7. We are a quarter and a half through this game, and we've yet to attempt to pass.
And they may not throw one all day.
And the way that it looks right now, I would continue to keep doing what has been working for me so far.
Yeah, why would you throw the ball? No offense, Trey Hamilton, but why would I throw it?
Trey is an excellent passer of the ball, but the running game is working.
1st down, nothing. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And this is one thing, too. You want to see this DeSoto team, how well you're going to be able to take getting hit in the mouth. A team that has shown to show characteristics of being undisciplined. You're curious to see how much more that they're going to be able to take of this, especially if we can punch the ball into the end zone one more time.
Boosie in the slot this time, Buster in the backfield, and we're going to throw it. Hamilton looking, middle of the field. And boy, he looked a little nervous. He had happy feet. And Bryant Williams was at the 50-yard line, may have been the target, but Trey looked like he was, couldn't get rid of that ball fast enough.
No, Trey definitely did not get his feet settled. Had to throw the ball very quickly. Tried to throw it to the outside of Brian Williams, the tight end, but he just couldn't get his head turned around fast enough and to be able to present an open target to the quarterback.
All right, so 3rd down, about 9 at the 43-yard line. And it's quarterback Hamilton keeping it himself, misses one tackle, almost had a chance to break that long. One guy gets him down that time, otherwise that may be big yardage. Making the tackle, Caleb Holmes. They'll get him about a half yard shy of the 1st down, it looks like.
But I love what King is doing. 4th and inches, I am going for this ball, going for this game. Going for this on this play. I am not going to punt the ball at all right now.
All right, well, I'm going to be the guy that's a little bit more conservative and saying, I don't know if I don't want to kick this thing and pin him back down. Their offense hasn't been able to do anything, and if Ryden's out hurt, I'll play field position game here.
But, too, here's another point. With it being 4th and inches, and if I'm not going to run a play, I'm going to try to make you jump off sides.
Sure.
And if we take this down to the play clock and I want to punt the ball and make you go to the distance, I can live with that. But I wanted to keep my offense and show some aggression and try to make you jump. And if you jump, it's a 1st down. I'm going to take it all day long.
It was close enough that the referee had to go down and mark the spot with his hand. We're talking about inches on 4th down. So it's not 4th and a yard. It's 4th and a little. You got big Trey Hamilton, who's 6'1" and 200 pounds. All he's got to do is fall forward and get a 1st down. Lobos staying with the offense out here. 4th down and inches at the DeSoto 48.5-yard line. Hamilton's going to come up under center. They piled everybody at the line of scrimmage. Handoff, 1st down, Boosie across the 45. The Lobos will keep the football, move the chains.
1st down, move the chains, move the chains, move the chains. That is a 1st down. We're going to take that. We have the ball, marching it in, and then the DeSoto Eagles field the territory. We're doing a good job there getting the 1st down, and we're marching some more time off this clock here.
Boosie for the game, 13 carries, 156 yards. I went the wrong way. He's actually got 162. Handoff to him again, and there he goes again. 30-yard line, 20-yard line, 5 touchdown Lobos. Boosie with 4 in the half.
1, 2, 3, 4. How about that? Have a game. Have a half, young man. 4 touchdowns, and they all come in a big variety. We have a flag on the play, so hold on right now.
Oh, no. Back at the 34-yard line.
Which is way away from where the line of scrimmage was.
Well, there's actually 2 of them. There's one at the 34 and one at about the 27. So we'll see where they're going to put this. Yeah, it looks like Lobos are walking backward. Take 6 off the board.
Gotta hate that.
Tell you what, you blew a great call, too.
Oh, my goodness. That's okay. It's okay. We okay.
So they'll mark this one back from the 33-yard line. Well, they marked it back weird. They marked it back to the 44. So it's first down and 12, basically.
I believe they called a holding on number 79 here. Way past the line of scrimmage. Still gives us first and about 12 or 13. I can't see really what it happened at, but it looks like it was going to be far away from the play. But, oh well, mute point. Let's do it again. Bring it back.
All right, so on first down again, nothing going this time. And it's going to bring up second down, about 10 now, back at the 42-yard line as Boosie a little slow getting up.
He's okay there. He's staying in the game, but what this does, though, it marks more and more and more time off this clock here.
We're down to 3:40 left in the half. Second down and 10 now, back at the 42-yard line. Boosie taking a play off. Buster with the option. Hamilton, 35, 30, 25, 20, down the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark him inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. First down on the run of 31 yards.
Excellent job by your sophomore quarterback, Trey Johnny Hamilton. Making the right move, not giving the ball up, not going out of bounds until he's pushed out of bounds, but getting tackled inside of the 15-yard line at the 11. First and goal here. The Lobos are a threat to try to score.
Boosie back in, I formation. Buster Mumphrey in front of him. Hand off Boosie. Up the middle, burrowing inside the 10 to the 9. Now it's the rugby push, and they'll get him to the 7-yard line for a gain of 4.
Good run play there. You get positive yard gain to bring the ball to about the 7-yard line, about the 6 or 7-yard line. Good gain there. Love the way that we're continuing to keep pounding and pounding and pounding it with the game with the running. Love to see it continue.
Clock running, 2:50 left to play in the half. 20-7 Lobos. They trailed 7-6. They've run off 14 straight points. Second down, Hamilton. Oh boy, let's see what we got here. Ball, did it come loose? There was all kinds of discombobulation on that, and Hamilton, I think, held on to the thing after juggling it, looked like. We'll lose a yard and we'll keep the ball third down and about 8. That just looked like a mess.
Yeah, almost looked like it could have been a disaster, but disaster was avoided. Third down here.
They'll mark it back at the 7. So third down from the 7. They can get a first at the 1. And the Lobos want to talk about this. With 2:05 left to play in the half, they're going to burn a timeout here and kind of throw into what do we want to do here.
Especially knowing it's third down here. I think a touchdown would make you feel so comfortable, so confident right now. A 3-point lead would make you feel, you would still feel good about what you just did on the drive.
Yeah, but the difference is a three-pointer here makes this a 16-point or two-score game.
Absolutely.
You get in the end zone, it's a three-score. And we know over and over again from having this discussion with coaches, it's a different mindset when you get to that third-score lead.
Yes, sir.
Even getting to 16 where you got to have 2 touchdowns and two-point conversions, it's still just a two-play game.
Yeah, and that's why I think this play right here, I think that was a good timeout called by King, because he recognized how pivotal it is right now to have the opportunity to go up 3 scores rather than staying at 2. We like our chances a whole lot better. You feel comfortable about yourselves.
All right, Desoto making some wholesale substitutions, are bringing in extra defensive backs. They brought out some beef and they brought out some speed. 3rd down. Hamilton pitch, Boosie left, looking for a cut lane, doesn't have one. 4th down coming up.
Here comes a timeout now by the Eagles. This is their 2nd timeout of the half. You know they're going to talk about trying to get this get this field goal blocked, as they did earlier after we scored our first touchdown. So you know they're going to try to get in there, get inside, and try to get it blocked again.
You know, if you're watching anything and learning as these plays are working, we're better Boosie right than Boosie left if we're going wide. And I don't know if that's a product of the speed on that side of the field for Desoto or what our play call is that way, but we're better when he runs wide right. We're better when Trey runs wide left.
Well, I'm going to tell you, speaking from Desoto side of things, just watching film this week, their defensive tackle number 10 and the defensive end number 50. Those 2 guys are very explosive.
Yep.
And you want to try to get it away from them, because as you've seen, Kiki has been able to come off on the edge and be able to tackle Boosie in the backfield for a play or 2, or he's been a threat back there on that side of things. So you definitely want to kind of hit those guys in the face and try to run away from them.
Well, we talked about the difference of the points, and I think this far away, John King's decided let's try to take the 3. So Mitchell's going to come on for a 25-point field goal attempt. Kick is on the way. It is good. Lobos add to the lead to make it 23-7 with 1:52 left to play in the half. You can't argue.
Can't argue. Gotta love it. You come away with points. You make this DeSoto team have to drive down the field under 2 minutes in the rain to try to come away with points, because we get the ball to start the second half, and our defense so far, especially from our defensive line, has been able to drive and make plays, drive and get sacks. So you wonder, the quarterback's going to have to get the ball out quickly, because every time he holds it, that is just being successful for the back end, and the defense has been able to come away with plays.
Lobos 254 yards on offense on 21 carries, no passing yards. On the other side, 81 on the ground, 53 through the air for 134 yards. So Lobos with about 120-yard advantage, and they've been doing it all punch you in the mouth on the ground, which is a demoralizing fact for a defense. You'd rather have them throw for 250 than run for you on 250.
Absolutely, right there.
So with a 23-7 lead, 1:52 left to play in the half, Lobos going to kick off. Singleton's going to be back around the 10-yard line. They've been trying to go deep. We've been trying to go short. Let's see what the plan is this time. Mitchell's kick. They're going to go back to pooching one. It will be caught at the 27-yard line, one of the up men, and he'll get it to the 33, maybe the 34, where DeSoto starts with 1:47 left in the half.
And make them have to march the ball down the field. They got to go 60-plus yards. How good is their kicking game in this rain? Something that we have yet to see, really. But let's see what they can do under duress. Under a minute and 50 seconds left to go in this first half. Points are a premium for them. They need to get them quickly.
Well, if you're the Lobos now, you know you've got 1:47 to defend, and you know you'll get the ball to start the second half. This is an important 1:47 for DeSoto more than Longview.
Coach Barry, knowing that we can't take these timeouts with us, they came away in an empty look, a different, unusual look, and he didn't have his personnel in that he liked. So come away with the timeout here.
And you still got one left if you're Longview, and that's all right in case you do have to make another quick timeout substitution as they try to march down the field, because the no huddle they've been doing doesn't allow you much time to get guys in and out of the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this game started with the Lobos scoring on the second offensive play that they had the ball. Boosie with his first touchdown of the game. The Eagles answered with their own score, and then it's been 3 straight scoring possessions for the Lobos to take a 23-7 lead with 1:47 left to play in this first half.
Desoto coming out again in the same look, same formation there. One of our changes, we have Case and Brooks. I wish I had a marker I can highlight him. He's at defensive tackle.
Well, different quarterback. Legend Howell's in there at quarterback, and the first pass he's going to throw is caught all the way up to the 45-yard line. They pulled out Keldon Ryan and brought in junior Legend Howell, who completes the ball up to the 45.
Kind of a hair-scratcher. Not sure what's going on with the quarterback situation.
So the play to Singleton, first down at the 45 of the Lobos. Howell back again. Again looking to throw wide open and over the hands of the intended target, Dalen Singleton. It'll be second down, and Lobos got lucky there.
Got lucky there. We almost came away with the pick to ourselves. But nonetheless, if there was an excellent thrown ball there, that guy would have been running with the first down, with a threat for them to try to score.
Yeah, that Lobos defense has had some troubles. We've seen guys fall down a couple times on coverage. There's Bubba White on that far side. Second down and 10. Howell staying at quarterback. Throws one. That one almost picked off. 2 Lobos in the neighborhood, and they kind of knocked each other off of it. White and Peoples were the 2 defenders over there, and Brian had a beat on that ball and just couldn't bring it in.
Hey, that looked like that was a cover 2 look. Brian Peoples, your senior safety, was over the top, playing excellent coverage there, excellent pass breakup. One thing that I want to notice that this quarterback is doing, and right now he's just been looking right this whole time. He has not looked his backside at all. So you're wondering, is the game kind of going fast for him as they put more receivers on that side of the field too?
Yeah, 3 right. They'll go to the ground instead this time. Not much. 44-yard line. More importantly, clock running. As that's the freshman tailback, Myson Johnson Cook, with a gain of about 2, and now brings up third down and 8.
Actually, it's the 4th down here.
Oh, 4th? Excuse me. That's right. 2 incompletes. So 4th and 8. Howell all kinds of time. Pressure coming from behind. They couldn't get him. Woolridge on the run. He'll throw the ball. Incomplete. Lobos going to get the ball back with 48 seconds to play in the half.
48 seconds to play. You have a couple timeouts left in your pocket to use. What are you going to do here? I would take the opportunity here to maybe try to get something now off a big play. Play action pass, quick field position.
They show 2 timeouts up on the board. I think the Lobos only have 1.
I know we took one right before this drive here,
and we called one.
And we
down
did
there.
call one down there.
I think we only have one.
We do. You're right. We only have one left.
Unless they took that timeout. Maybe we got that wrong, because they have no timeouts on the board for DeSoto. They may have actually taken that one down there on the 7-yard line.
And you know what? They may have, just to kind of stop the clock there at that time too.
So the Lobos have 48 seconds, a 16-point lead, and it shows on the board 2 timeouts.
Hey, we are in gun situation, so we're looking like we are going to come out and maybe pass.
Hamilton back to pass. He's got a little time. Throwing one up deep.
Oh,
boy, there's a lot of hands. No flag at all. Boosie was being hounded, and if not grabbed down the field by the safety that was with him. That was Caleb Holmes, and it's second down and 10.
And he was asking for it too. As he, at the last minute, as he was getting ready to extend his arms out, the defender swiped at his hand to where he really couldn't make a play to get the ball like he wanted to.
You know what they say? It ain't speeding if you don't get pulled over.
Hey, that's right.
It ain't a penalty if they don't throw the flag. That's how they're going to run it. Second down and 10, 41 seconds left. Lobos back to the ground. Pereira, I believe, on the carry this time up to the 45-yard line. Third down and 8.
And I'm okay with us just running the ball right there right here at this time, knowing that we get the ball to start the second half. I have one play in my pocket to try to get a big play. We didn't get it. I'm okay with just running the ball,
Well, somebody took a time. Now, there we go. Now they'll wind the clock.
Yeah, I'm okay with just running the ball, running the play.
Well, they don't need to do anything now.
And it looks like they're going to actually kind of take this in onto the first half.
Yeah, I don't know that I even do anything. I think I'm just going to say we'll walk off the field. There's no time difference on the play clock and the game clock.
King he's content.
He's walking off, yep. All right, well, the Lobos, they stopped the clock with 1. Are you kidding me? There it is. There it went off. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, the Lobos came out, and if you thought they were going to lay down and die, you came against the wrong team. Longview comes out in this first half and does everything you could have ever hoped for if you were a Lobo fan. The scoring started with a Boosie Washington touchdown run of 38 yards to open the scoring. They missed the point after it was blocked. The Eagles went the other way. Singleton on a 21-yard pass from Keldon Ryan. Their point after good to make it 7-6. Longview's Boosie Washington 10-yard touchdown run to make it 12-7. The Lobos then got a Boosie Washington 93-yard run to make it 19-7, point after 27. Andre Mitchell 24-yard field goal, and we've got a 23-0 lead as we head to the locker room.
23-7.
23-7. I'm sorry, 23-7 lead as we head to the locker room.
Keaton stepped out for just a minute, going to go run an errand or two. Suspect he's going to go downstairs and check on the squad, but my goodness, Chuck, what a first half of football, and not a whole lot of folks out there saw this one coming, and I believe very few of us did, and I remember telling you I think we're going to win this one by 2 scores.
Well,
everybody looked at me like I was crazy.
You are crazy, but we're halfway there anyway.
And the one thing we can say is DeSoto is now very aware that Longview's not scared of him, and Longview's going to hit them just as hard in the mouth as they hit them.
And I'll say this. Body language is everything for a team like DeSoto, and they showed almost no swag in the first half.
And you were sitting down and couldn't see this. On the way to the locker room, there was a scuffle on the DeSoto sideline.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Hate to see it.
Band's about to play. We'll let them do that. You're watching our Longview ISD presentation of Lobo football.
This is the Big Green Marching Machine.
All righty. Bands have finished. We got some business to take care of. 24 minutes left in the second half of this regional final here in Region 2. Classification 6A Division 2. Longview. Right now, 16-point lead over the two-time defending state champion from Desoto. I was doing a little legwork while we were at the half. And I got to go back a few years, because the last time DeSoto lost a playoff game that wasn't to Duncanville, you got to go back to like 2019.
Wow.
2 straight championships, 2 years they got knocked out by Duncanville back-to-back. That's a long way away.
Yeah.
We got 24 very, very serious minutes left to go. But if you're a Lobo fan, hello.
Yeah.
This is everything you were looking for. Your offense played well. Your defense played well. You didn't make many mistakes. And you handled the swag that DeSoto tried to show you in the pregame, and you didn't let that get you either. There have been one episode of unsportsmanlike called on both teams. Other than that, been a pretty clean football game.
In the words of my favorite player ever to play basketball, Kobe Bryant, it was an excellent first half by us, but the job is not finished.
No.
We haven't accomplished anything
Nope.
yet. We just only played one half of great football. We have a second half left. And this is why you play to win the game. You play to finish it. You got a whole second half. If you're the Lobos, you gotta look at it as a 0-0. You haven't accomplished anything, and you gotta know this team, this DeSoto Eagles, a state champion, is gonna give you everything that they have, including some this second half. So be aware of any kind of trickery. It's raining. So be on the lookout for our onside kick here coming up here. So any trickery, anything of some surprise, be ready for it right now.
The questions are going to come first for John King. Last time he had a playoff lead a year ago against Lancaster, they couldn't do anything in the second half offensively, and they let that lead slip away. That's the fear. Is it the John King that comes out aggressive or the John King that comes out conservative? And you can be conservative, you can be aggressive and still run the football.
Yes.
You don't have to throw the football to be aggressive.
Yes.
Your play calling is what we're talking about, and we'll see which Chris Valerie / John King come out in this second half, because they may be the most important people in the stadium right now.
You can also go back to last week and just seeing what type of play we're going to come out with.
Well, the answer is they're not going to onside kick to start. They'll kick it down to the 15-yard line. Boosie with a little spin outside the 30 to the 37, and that's where the Lobos will open up half number 2.
Excellent job on the return there by Bubba White.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. Sorry, I said Boosie.
They kicked it away from him. Bubba caught the ball, went upfield and tried to get as much as he could. Come away in good field position here. Now, what are the Eagles going to come away with now on defense? Is we've been able to run the ball and stuff them through the middle, sometimes on the outside. What are they going to try to do now? They're going to try to send pressure, blitz, in a variety. What's to come?
Boosie with 171 first half yards. Couple of tight ends will flip from left to right. Will hand off going in that direction. Boosie powers forward across the 40 to the 41. They'll stop him there, about a gain of 4.
It was a good physical run there by Boosie, being able to start this drive, falling forward, being able to get whatever he can get and go down, falling forward and making him feel his presence.
He's already over his per game average this year of 165. He's at 175. Second down and 6. He comes out after the first play. We'll have second down. D.D. Williams, Kiefer Doxey split out wide right. Buster Mumphrey, the only man in the backfield, he's going to get the football on second down and powering his way close to a first down at the 47. They'll say stop short at the 46-yard line, third down and 1.
Buster doing what he does best, getting the tough yards, busting through that line of scrimmage, not going down easily, falling forward, brings up a short third and inches.
Buster, 2 carries, 40 yards tonight. One of them a big 35-yard rumble in that first half. Back to the ground. Boosie first and more. He's into the secondary. 35-30. They'll get him out of bounds at the 26-yard line, but it's another Lobo first down.
Lobos over there got to be excited. bust away on the 3rd and short, giving away a big first down. Boosie breaking tackles, going down the field, still not getting tackled out of bounds. We are on the ball on the 25-yard line. The Eagles, you have to be scratching your head and wondering, how can we stop this man?
204 yards on the ground, 18 carries for Washington. It's Trey this time. He's going to go all the way to the end zone. And the Lobos come out in an opening drive of this second half and march down the field. End it with a 25-yard Trey Hamilton touchdown run. He's now got 73 yards rushing, and the Lobos are eating up the Eagles.
Somebody who's been shopping at Staples because they found the easy button, and they punched it. And that's exactly what we did as we go up on the score. Get a touchdown, brings us up to 29, hopefully brings us 30 with this extra point.
Snaps early were high. They've been better since then. That one up and good by Mitchell. The Lobos jump out here on the first drive of the second half. They take the ball down the field to open this half. 4 plays, 63 yards. It ends with a 25-yard Trey Hamilton touchdown run, and the Lobos are up 30-7 on the two-time champs.
Excellent job to being able to start the second half, punching it down the field. In less than 5 plays, I believe.
Yeah, 4.
4 plays to being able to go down there and get points with ease. I've been hearing a lot of talk all week that we don't want to see Desoto. We don't want to see them. They're going to punch us in the mouth. They're going to do this and they're going to do that. But I think we're doing it to them. So how you like us now, right now?
Yeah, it was a long way to go, but we'll take the first minute and a half off the second half and add the score up now to a 23-point margin. You're now to the 3 full score lead, and that's where you're wanting to go. Get to that 3rd score lead and really start putting pressure on the Eagles. They'll now, you kind of figure, abandon the run.
Yeah.
Which is really huge.
And you're curious who's going to start out with the quarterback, and then how hurt is their actual running back is too right now. What is he going to do?
Kicking it to Singleton at the 6-yard line. Looking for some space, and he gets hammered at the 21-yard line. After a 15-yard return, the Lobos have come to play.
You got to love the play there from your senior Morrow as the crowd let you know that was a big hit there. And now what are you going to do for the Eagles on offense? You coming away here, only scored one time that first half. Very unlike you guys so far.
All right, what we get is an answer. Keldon Ryan is back in at quarterback. What we don't have is DeAndre Ryden. Sayrod Baker's in the backfield. First down, it's a handoff. Baker trying to go wide, and he's going to be taken down after a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8.
Referees kind of missed a holding. The big kid, 76, was definitely grabbed a hold of Kason Brooks there on the outside edge. But that is a moot point. He only come away with the short gain here, and we come away with 2nd down.
Well, with number 1 out of the game for them, their Division I tailback, it's a different scenario. Baker again in the backfield, but it'll be Ryan keeping himself, and you can really key on Ryan now with Ryden out of the game. Gain up to about the 28, maybe 29-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down about 3.
Yeah, Ryden being out of the game kind of takes away a lot of their ammo, and I see him on the sideline with his helmet off. He's just kind of sitting there.
3rd down and 3. Baker, handoff, not going to get anywhere close to the first. Lobos 4, 5 of them holding on to him. It'll be 4th down as they lose a yard.
4th down. You're definitely in the situation where you definitely need to come away with some points here. Desoto is not electing to punt the ball right now. They're going to try to go for it right now as they bring in a little bit of a heavier package in the game.
I can't believe they even gave him a yard gain on that to the 29-yard line. Looked like he never got the line of scrimmage. 4th down. They're putting all the chips on the table here early in this 3rd quarter. 4th down. They got to get to the 31-yard line. Ryan himself keeping it, and he's going to have the 1st down and more as he gets way across the 35-yard line. Out to actually direct snap. Was it Baker that had it? He'll get the 1st down out to about the 37-yard line.
And I sure hope you get a push. When you have the biggest offensive line in the state of Texas, you better be able to convert on a 4th and short when you only need a few yards to go.
All right, back to it they'll go. 1st down Again, handoff, nothing doing. 39-yard line, gain of 2 for Baker. 2nd down and 8. More importantly, that clock is running.
When I tell you our linebackers are built or Cadillac tough, they are. These guys know how to come through and show their will and be able to come and make some tackles, and that was exactly what they did on that play.
2 receivers. Boy, that didn't look right. Desoto looked a little off on that. Pass sideline, that's caught. Well, good catch over there. And again, Lobo defenders have had a hard time keeping their feet. Carter coming out of there with his hands up like I'm not sure exactly what happened. Pass complete to Singleton. He'll get it into Lobo territory at the 41-yard line.
2 receivers down here at the bottom of the screen.
Back to the ground to Baker. Got a little space and across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
DeSoto right now, they're driving the ball up the field. They're showing that they're capable of trying to put up points right now.
2nd down and about 3 after a 7-yard gain by Baker. Ground game again, loss. This one's not going to get to the 35. Kason Brooks smothered that play, loss of a yard.
That young man is a heck of a play there by your senior linebacker, the guy that we've been talking about that should be in consideration for your 6A Defensive Player of the Year, coming away with a big stop there to bring it to 3rd down. As we're trying to rush some players on and off the field, got to hurry up and get them off.
Baker, well, they'll have time. Baker came out of the game and Cook came in instead, the freshman. It's going to be Ryan keeping it, gets the corner and gets taken out of bounds 27-yard line, maybe the 26 for a 1st down.
Quarterback read there. He decides to keep the ball. Did a good job by reading the line of scrimmage as the defense was going to collapse on the running back, and he kept it, being able to get a 1st down to keep the ball moving.
Clock stops, 7:29 to play in the 3rd. Handoff again, this time Cook to the 24-yard line, and then he's thrown down, gain of 2.
Excellent job on penetration there by your defensive line there, being able to collapse down on these big old boys and let your linebackers run free to being able to keep that to a short game.
2nd down and 8. This drive's now at about 3.5 minutes. Ryan back to pass, got a guy caught. Singleton goes down at the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Play action pass there kind of put us to sleep a little bit. Quarterback was able to kind of duck down and find the wide open receiver running free up the middle.
And handoff inside. Baker's going to bounce off a defender and get into the end zone from 3 yards out with 6:48 left to play in the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles needed a drive. They took a risk on 4th down deep in their own territory, got the 1st down, and finished off the drive. That drive went 11 plays, 79 yards, took off 3 minutes and 47 seconds. 30-13 the score now, point after try coming. A little bit high on the snap, kick is up, it is good, 30-14. Back to a 2-score lead with 6:48 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
DeSoto was able to drive down the field, made it look easy, and they did it in their type of fashion, hurrying up, running the ball. They actually was in 2 tight ends, which is something that we haven't seen a lot from them throughout the season, but something that they needed an adjustment, and that's what the adjustment that they went with, especially being out without their top running back. They was able to still march down the field and score pretty quickly.
All right, for the Lobos now, I think we're kind of into that. This possession may be a really huge one. You're okay getting into a we'll match you punch for punch. We'll score, you'll score, we'll score, you'll do that all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Where DeSoto's looking is, can we get a turnover or can we get a stop and turn this game around? This is a really big possession coming up for Longview.
Absolutely.
With 6:48 left to play in the 3rd.
And the biggest thing, too, you want to be able to hold on to the ball. You want to be able to use that clock to your advantage. I'm not saying go to a stall tactic because I believe in our offense and I believe in what we're doing, but just continue to keep staying true to who you are and don't change up anything and just don't get cute.
All right, kickoff time's an important one now. Lobos with Boosie and Bubba back deep. Everybody set. They haven't tried an onside kick. They've tried short and directional, and now we get a whistle blowing because the ball blew off the tee. Rain kind of still hanging around. It's not nearly as bad as it was start the game. And this one booted short. It's a weird ball. They got to find it. Bubba does, and he can't go anywhere with it, 21-yard line. That's just a matter of getting the possession and not losing that possession. That was a great kick.
Absolutely. Got to make sure you corral that ball, and that's exactly what he did. Not trying to fight and get extra yards. You want to be able to keep the ball, make sure you secure the ball, and not give this DeSoto Eagles team any type of momentum.
All right, first down, Lobos, 21-yard line, 6:42. We all want a touchdown. I'd like to get about a 3-minute drive and get that touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Every one of these 3-minute chunks takes away a possession from the Eagles.
I completely concur with you there.
And again, we're going to flip the tight ends. We did it in the last drive. This time we flipped them from right to left. We'll go up the middle, nothing doing. Loss of a yard, maybe 2. Eagle defense blew through the Lobo line that time.
Yep, no success going into the left drive. It looks like we got our starting tight end. He's kind of gimping, kind of walking gingerly back to the line of scrimmage, to the huddle. That's Bradley Williams. Hopefully he's okay.
That was Jackson Curry, first guy there.
Again, kind of like the same start to the drive here. Boosie checks out after that play. We come away in the same type of formation look here.
They like to go Buster here. Sure enough, Buster, big hole up the middle. He's going to rumble his way to very close to a first down. It looks like he got the 31-yard line. We'll see if they're going to move the chains. He's right about where the marker is. And they may bring in chains and measure this. Let's take a look. He went for 11. Now, is it the full 11 or 10 3/4?
Boom, 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 boom. That's Buster.
Move the arm. First down.
Busting through that line of scrimmage.
First down. There you go. Boy, Buster had a handful of big runs. He hasn't run a lot today, but that's a huge recovery on second down and 11.
Yeah, after a short loss there, it's an excellent run there by Buster up the middle, being able to come away with just enough to get that first down to move the chains to get this drive and this time.
Keep that clock
rolling.
There you go. Boosie with 203, Trey with 73, Buster's 51 on the ground. Everything on the ground. Back to the ground. Boosie just about squirted out of there to the 33-yard line.
Looked like they had a player trying to run out at the last minute there for the Eagles. Wasn't able to get out there. We wasn't able to exploit that, as we didn't come away with the big game, but we fell forward to come away with a positive gain there. We'll take that gain of 2, gain of 3 as we continue to keeping this clock rolling.
Second down and 8, 5 minutes left in the third. Trey faking a reverse, back to pass, got a man. Boy, there was a lot of contact, and there's the flag.
When you don't allow the receiver chance to come back and catch that ball cleanly, that's a flag all day long. Face guarding, that's not the flag. That flag comes because the ball was underthrown. Dede was trying to come back and catch the ball, and the DB just ran straight through.
So the Lobos get a penalty break on that one. The pass interference on the defense, 15-yard variety. And we'll mark the thing up for a first down.
First down, we'll take it.
Move it up to the 48-yard line. And what does that do? Keep the clock rolling.
Yes, sir. Under 5 minutes to go in this second half in the third quarter.
4:54 left.
And that was a long developing play, too, and Trey looked comfortable as he was not in a hurry.
New set of downs for the Lobos. Hamilton turning around behind him, saying something to Boosie. Hand off. Nope. Hamilton keeping it again. And Hamilton will have a first down as he goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
My goodness. Every time we've run this triple option play, we have found success with it. whether it's Trey giving it to Buster or he keeps it. Every time he's made the right decision, every play that he's kept it, he's come away with some big plays there. And that was a big first down.
I tell you, this is hard to scout if you're Desoto because we haven't done this.
No.
It's not like we've run out of there with a triple option lot. 85 yards on the ground for Trey now as he's flirting with 100 yards rushing. First down at the 40-yard line.
That was a false start.
And now we got a penalty. We'll go back 5 yards with 4:47 left to play in the third. All right, well, we just got to make it a little bit longer play then. Back to the 45. Key here is clock. I'm going to harp on the clock for the rest of this 17 minutes left in this game. Hamilton will come over to Coach King, get his play. He's got all kinds of time. 19 still on the play clock. 30-14 Lobos. They led 23-7 at halftime. Each team with a touchdown here in the third. Second possession, pass to Boosie. Makes a move, gets to the 40, breaks a tackle to the 35. It'll bring up second down and 5 on the 10-yard gain. And the first 10 yards, the Lobos have gotten through the air today.
And Chuck, that was all of an effort play there by Boosie. It looks like he misread his block going forward when his blocking was set up to come behind him. But everything that he made after that, it was all sheer effort. And he was holding on to that ball, too, for dear life as we come away with a positive 10-yard gain there.
Lobos with 353 yards, 10 through the air. That was them.
And we're capable of throwing it, but we're just playing in the elements right now, and DeSoto hasn't stopped us.
How about Buster up the middle, leaning to near the 30-yard line. He's just shy of a first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Boom, 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 boom. That is Buster showing you his will to not go down easily. Falling forward, coming away with the 4-yard gain there, brings up a 3rd and a short 1-yard gain.
3:40 left in the third. Lobos trying to get tight ends in as they bring in Jaden Washington. Still got 13 on the play clock as Trey comes running back to the huddle. DDO split out right. Big formation, I formation, pitch. It looks like
he's
option.
open.
Here he goes. Boosie with a throw, a little underthrown. Oh, there was all kinds of contact and no call.
Surprise. There was no call there. And Boosie's mad at himself because he was wide slap open.
Yeah, he underthrew it badly.
He definitely. It was a wet ball. It's a wet ball. That makes it hard to throw. Dede, your big 6'6" wide receiver, your dual sport athlete, wasn't able to come away with that jump ball. But it's 4th down, 4th and 1. Coach King knew he had another play in his back pocket and came away with the play right there.
Boosie owes us a first down now. 4th and 1. It'll be Hamilton push. They're trying to get him to the 30-yard line, which is what he needs. And it looks like he crossed the line.
And the referee down here on our side, that's on the DeSoto side, gave us the spot that is definitely going to be beneficial to give us the first down.
He had to get the 30-yard line. Where are they putting that ball down? They're marking it at the 29. There's no question. If he's across the 30, that's a first down.
So from my understanding, I don't know why they're running the ball all the way down here to check with the line judge and let him spot it down to give us a first down. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If you're marking it at the 29, that's a first down.
The chain was on the 30.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. That's a no-brainer. If it's across the 30, it's a first down. Clock keeps rolling. New set of downs for the Lobos, 29-yard line. This drive started back on the 21. Handoff Boosie right up the middle. He's grabbed and pulled down at the 19. A shirt tackle saves him from getting in the end zone, but he rumbles for another 10.
A touchdown saving tackle there was made. Definitely was going to get the train horns and this place erupting because that was going to put us up big time there. But what that does, though, we get the first down and that clock continues to keep running.
I want those 7 points.
Yeah, I definitely want those 7 points.
I'm past the clock part now. We've done our clock part. We need the points now. First down, 19-yard line. Boosie again, and maybe a yard. Second down and 9.
The success that we're having right now It's just running the ball, getting in that heavy look and running the ball to our right. We've been having success with it so far. Desoto have not made any answers to it just yet. We're going to check it out and do something else now because we're taking out that tight end, bringing in another receiver. What are we going to do as Trey is getting his call now from Coach King?
This is the 11th play of this drive. They've gone 61 yards, taken up already 4+ minutes worth of play time. 1:40 left in the third. Second down and 9. Play action.
Oh, that was a hole.
Wow. There were two guys. First of all, Boosie was actually open at the goal line. He didn't see him. He tried to go middle to Dede, who got held. No call on any of it. The incomplete pass stops the clock. It's third down and 9.
But Buster was tackled by his man. As Buster was running up the seam, he was draped by the defender.
Yeah. Well, third down 9. Yeah. He had all kinds of options. If he'd have gone to Boosie, he probably had a touchdown. Where he did go, he should have had a penalty. 1:33 left, third and 9. You got to throw now. Back to pass.
Corner
Hamilton
of the end zone. He's
looking
open.
back of the end zone. Oh, and just a little long. And it'll bring up fourth down.
And Trey knows it. He had a wide open receiver there in Boosie in the corner of the end zone. The ball just oversailed on him. Comes away incomplete. We have the ball right here in the goal in the red zone, what gives us an opportunity to come away with 3 points here and to make our lead or push our lead up to 19.
All right, 1:27 left. Mitchell coming on for a 35-yard attempt, right hash mark. They blocked the point after. They're not going to block this one. Kick kind of ricochets off, and he misses it.
Hooks it to the left there. And there's a flag.
It didn't come out looking good. It looked like it was rolling instead of end over end, kind of sideways.
We got a late flag here, and the referee's having to discuss this.
Oh, and the DeSoto crowd not happy. 45 showed like that can't be on us. They missed the field goal, but now there may be a chance to re-kick this thing.
But where he called it from.
They're picking the flag up. Wow.
Opportunity that looks like there was an offsides. If you go back and watching this on YouTube, rewind this, looks like the guy at the top was definitely offsides, but the man that threw the flag was behind him.
All right.
But I don't know what kind of discussion was had. They ended up picking that flag up, and I do not like it.
So they'll put it down on the 20. 1:22 left. Lobos drove the ball the length of the field. Ate up more than 4 minutes off the clock. Didn't get any points out of it. So little life for the Eagles with 1:22 left in the third. Ryan first pass, back pass, intercepted. It's picked off by Carter. He's going to take it to the house, and the Lobos get their touchdown anyway.
KD Carter, the junior cornerback, who's been slipping and sliding all night, came up, played, staying under his feet that time. Came away with a big play to come away with his first pick six to put the Lobos up by 22 right now. Heck of a play there by KD. Heck of a job there by him to being able to catch that ball, look it in, and go and score easily. Gotta love it.
His third interception of the year and none bigger. That's big old eyes when you look at that one, intercepting it with momentum and just green in front of you. Carter gets the pick, the point after try, up and good. No good. He missed another one.
He hooked that one too as well to the left.
Mitchell, who's been so good, now has missed. He had a blocked point after, a missed field goal, and now he misses the point after. But it's a 22-point lead with 1:15 in the play in the third, 36-14 to score.
Hey, how about that by your defense? Coming away with the score here. Coming away with the turnover. Woof. Gotta love it. KD read that hitch route, jumped it like no other. Like a former receiver that he is. Made sure he showed his good hands. Caught that play, and as you see, the crowd, the JV players are over there showing love because the camera is all on them right now. The rowdy bunch. That's what Coach King calls them.
I tell you what, you made the perfect point. Carter has slipped on that route almost every time tonight. He's gotten beaten on that route because he's slipping out of the break. He didn't slip that one time and jump that route, and as a result, the Lobos go back up by 22 points. And you're back up to your 3-score lead again. 1:15 to play in the third. And they'll pooch this one and make Singleton have to go chase it. And he does back at the 13-yard line. Gets the edge, and they'll knock him out of bounds at the 33.
Kid is fast there. It looks like we had him dead to rights.
SMU's going to love having him.
Absolutely.
Yes, Hampton Williams with the tackle. Yeah, let's see where they're going to mark him. 32, 33-yard line. All right, 33. That's where we'll start things.
Now, what are you going to do after a pick six? You got 2 receivers down here at the line of scrimmage. You are in 2 tight ends, so you know they're going to probably run the ball here.
First down, they will. And this is to the 40-ish yard line. Pickup of about 7. That's Baker on the carry.
Having a good run play there to start off this drive there. They're going to take a gain of 8 all day long here as they come up quickly.
But, if you're the Lobos, I'll give you 8 all day long, too, because it's going to take you about 7-8 plays to get down the field.
Absolutely. You know that you're down 3 scores. You need points quickly here. You're under a minute left to go in this third quarter. What type of hurry-up offense do you have in your bag?
Yeah, they pick up a first down on a couple of runs, and they'll keep going back to it again. Baker again slipped through and got taken down on a late tackle by Brian Peoples at the 43-yard line of Longview. And Lobo coaches are out on the field trying to get that defense to stiffen up a little bit.
Clock stops to move the chains as this team, they did look like they didn't get settled here as there a flag thrown by the referee here.
Yep. So 3-4 rushing plays got him a first down to the Lobo 43. Well, as you say, there's a flag, but apparently they have. Is anybody actually going to recognize it? Boy, that came way in the backfield in the secondary.
Yeah, I guarantee you the offense was not settled before that ball was snapped. It's definitely going to be. It should be on DeSoto.
They still have not
done
anything with that flag.
Are they calling 12 men?
Now they're going to have this conversation. It's a long, late talk, and still nobody indicating that there's anything on a penalty.
They're talking to Coach Claude, trying to figure out or let him know what actually happened.
Well, they put the ball down at the 36-yard line. They haven't settled anything yet. Still 18 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Maybe picking it up.
So we got a little bit of a delay here. By the way, the winner of this game plays next Saturday. Denton Ryan and South Lake Carroll are going at it today. Winner of that region, Region 1, will get the winner of this region, Region 2, in the state semifinals next Saturday.
After this play, I'll give you an update.
And another handoff. This time the sophomore will spin his way to the 31 and another first down.
First down here, 5 seconds left to go in this game, in this quarter here. It looks like they're not going to be able to get a playoff.
No, they don't.
So, in the third quarter, going into the fourth, to give you guys a quick update on the game that is going on down in Dallas. South Lake Carroll is playing Denton Geyer. They're up 56-45.
Okay.
Looking at my time, it looks like less than 4 minutes to go in that game. It's an 11-point lead. South Lake Carroll holds on to win the game. And if the Lobos hold on to win the game, they're destined to meet more than likely next Saturday. And we'll keep you guys posted on the time, on the place, when that is made available.
It looks like the South Lake Carroll game's going on in Denton, by the way.
Correct.
Yep, so they've got their lead. All right, so we're done with 3 quarters. 36-14 the lead. Lobos outscored the Eagles 13-7 in that all-important third quarter.
So we talked about earlier before the game, what was the keys to my keys to the game. And here we are. The defense has been able to come away with stops, only giving up 2 scores. Offense has been able to score with variety, especially through their run game. And here we are with the 22-point lead to go in the fourth quarter. It's up to us to be able to hold this.
All right, first down, 30-yard line. Yeah, it looks like the second quarterback's in, and he's in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. Back at the 41-yard line, they'll blow that dead. And I don't know who got in there first. There were 3 Lobos that ended up getting there and getting to the quarterback, but they brought in their second quarterback again.
Mm-hmm.
This is Legend Howell, who I guess is a little bit maybe more accurate as a passer, but he gets sacked all the way back to the 38-yard lines where they're going to mark him.
We started with the bobble, started with the bad snap. I believe may have been Woolrich there. They've been able to get that tackle and keep him under wraps.
Oh, back to pass now. Late pressure coming up the middle. Gets away from that. Looks like a hold on the offensive line. Another interception. Picked off by the Lobos.
And who? Casey Brooks, yet again, who's making a claim to be your 6A Defensive Player of the Year, comes away with another turnover. Comes away with the interception. My goodness, what can this man not do?
The Lobos defense, who had a pick 6 on the last possession, has now intercepted the Eagles on back-to-back possessions. Ball at the 49-yard line on the Desoto side of the field. The Lobo defense, which thought they had no chance to deal with this team today. Just too good. Desoto's got too many weapons. Yeah. First down, Lobos. Boosie for a yard, maybe 2 to the 47-yard line.
And what that does, it keeps this clock running. We take positive yards. We march it down the field. Gotta love this offensive game plan that we have schemed up. And once we saw that we was able to punch this DeSoto team in the mouth and they couldn't punch back, let's see how much more we can hit these big boys.
Clock under 11 minutes now. Second down and 8. Again, Boosie spinning his way to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up third down and 1.
Big time gain there, and that was made possible by the play of the offensive line, setting up the blocks perfectly, scheming it up perfectly to be able to get that run off to the left side, which we've been running right a lot, but to go to the left side there to come away with a big gain, that was another touchdown saving tackle.
Third down 1. Under 10. Clock still running. Who's the D1 running back? Ryden, 17 carries, 84 yards. Boosie, 24 carries, 225 yards. And they're going to have a fourth down and 1 coming up.
There's a flag, late flag coming out that came out. Wonder what is the call here.
Boosie lost his hat again. You wonder if that got ripped off in the mix, although the Lobos are acting like it may be on them.
No, they're showing face masks.
Yeah, I wondered if that helmet got ripped off by a face mask.
And they got to know. Yep.
There it is.
And Boosie can now stay in the game for this play. He don't have to come out.
Right, because it was ripped off. He didn't lose his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So add a penalty on the defense. Give them the first down up at the 25-yard line. And the Lobo drive continues.
Tick, 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 tick. Lobos have been playing an absolute great game so far.
9:35 and counting. 36-14. Let's do it again. Boosie again. Boosie down to the 16-yard line. Gain of about 9. He actually went down to 17.
It's all right there. Good gain there. Positive yard gain. Up 22 with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You got to love what these Lobos are doing. You got to be feeling great about their chances of being able to punch their ticket to the state semis.
2nd down and 2 at the 17. Under 9 to play. We'll keep peeling these off 1 minute at a time. Hamilton, how about Boosie again? 1st down as he got pulled backward. He crossed that 15-yard line, though, and he gets the 1st down.
His forward progression definitely took him past the 1st down marker. That's a 1st down right there at the 14-yard line. And that is going to keep this drive alive and keep this clock moving. If we score here, you definitely got to be ready to sing that song and say that it's definitely over.
14-yard line, 1st down and 10. This drive, courtesy of an interception by Kason Brooks, his 4th of the year. Hamilton to Buster. He's down to the 7-yard line. Make it the 6. 2nd down and a couple from there.
Buster, you can tell as soon as he got tackled, he was like, oh, I was so close to being able to score right there.
7 more for Buster Mumphrey. 8 more for Buster Mumphrey, excuse me. Buster now 5 carries, 63 yards. Lobo offense grinding the ball on the ground to the tune of 388 yards so far. 2nd down and 2 at the 6. Handoff, Boosie to the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos. With 7:30 left to play, he gets his 4th touchdown of the day.
Touchdown by the Lobos. You see some of the Eagles starting to walk up out of here. These fans are starting to leave. I can't wait to see the comments and how these Lobos are loving this. And he's one touchdown away from tying Taylor's record.
Yep.
That's his 4th touchdown right there.
Yep.
So one more touchdown by this man puts him right there with Taylor Tatum. And if you can hear, if you hear in the background, these Lobo fans, they're letting everybody know that they've been hearing this chant, and they're yelling overrated right now.
To the 2-time defending champions. 28 carries, 242, and 4 touchdowns for Kelvin Washington. Point after Mitchell. Let's get one in. We did. 43-14. Who'd have thunk it?
Gotta love it. The Rowdy Bunch, they're over there showing up, showing out, and being loud. Lobo Nation, you guys' presence are being felt and being heard. If you're watching this, whether you're from Longview, whether you're from Desoto, we want to take the time to show appreciation to you guys for being able to allow us to bring it to you. And this ball game is pretty much out of reach. There's no need to continue to keep sharing this because we know who's on top of this.
No, you keep sharing this.
Keep sharing it, but they know. They know what's going on here.
You keep sharing the wealth, my friend. Just tell you win the lottery, Keaton. What are you going to do? You're going to share it with me.
Absolutely.
You share.
Absolutely. And if you win the lottery, guess what you're going to do?
I don't know you.
You're going to share. I'm going to find you.
7 plays, 49 yards on the drive following Kason Brooks' interception. It was a Carter interception and a Brooks interception, and it's 43-14. And unless you're getting a replay of John Tyler in Plano East, this game's pretty much in hand for the Lobos now.
Yeah, to be winning by almost 30 points is something that you could not imagine. Hanging up 43 points on this great DeSoto team, this team who was considered one of the best in the state of Texas. What does that put you, the Lobos, at? Because you win in
Put
here.
you in the state semis.
Absolutely.
Is what it puts you.
Absolutely.
If you finish this off. 7:30 left. The lead for the Lobos now 29, so we're up to a 4-score lead. Kick is a short one. Singleton will grab at the 15, 25, 30, and he's done there. Dropped at the 30-yard line. Tell you what, Hampton Williams has had a very nice game.
Been playing all around special teams and on defense. Coming away with some big-time plays. Has a sack or 2 on this in the stat column. Gotta love the way that he's playing so far.
There are 7 Division I players on the DeSoto roster that signed the other day. The Lobos may not have 7 Division I players, but I tell you what, it would be hard to try to figure out, when you look at how they've performed today, which team has more high-caliber talent on their roster. Desoto certainly does. They're going to play on Saturdays, but the Lobos have come today with all-out effort. Gain of about 4 for Howell, and the clock rolls, and it's 2nd down and 7.
And I guarantee you they have gotten the scouts' attention, all the Division I scouts. You've been going to DeSoto, but you've yet to come further east. And I challenge you guys, if you're watching this stream, to go see what these young men at the Lobos are all about, because you got some talent over there, and they're worthy of consideration of playing on Saturdays at the Division I level.
2nd down and 6. Low snap. It's back to the other quarterback, Ryan, in there now. He's in trouble and will get away from one, but not a second. Defender throws him out of bounds. That's Jemias Morrow, throws him out of bounds at about the 35-yard line for no gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6. The quarterback has not been able to, he's been unsettled back there in the pocket, cannot find anybody open. Has been trying to scramble a little bit.
Ryan back to pass. Got some time. Got a man. That one knocked away. Last second, Brendan Reese got there and knocked that one away.
And he's showing you his versatility and why he just signed this week to the North Texas Eagles. Not only can he be the run stopper, he can also be can play pass coverage, as he deflected that pass to bring up a 4th down. And we know that this Eagles team, they definitely have to go for it.
Ryan, who has 8 carries for 23 yards today, came into this with 924 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns. He's got 23 yards against this Lobo defense. And the Eagles are going to take a timeout with 6:30 left to play as they burn one here and try to figure out what to do on 4th down and 6. Because right now, Claude Mathis is getting beat in a 3-dimensional game of chess by John King and John Barry and Chris Valerie. Keldon Ryan, who's going to play at Virginia Tech next year, at least compete for the job there. He and A.J. Brand, the player of the year from South Carolina, both signed letters of intent this week. He's been bounced around a little bit here. In 2001, where was he playing? I think at Keller that may be where he was, at Keller, his freshman, sophomore years. As a junior, he played at Fort Worth All Saints Episcopal, transferred here to DeSoto to play his senior year. He's been very good. He's thrown 25 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, completed 73% of his passes, threw for 2,400, ran for 900. But against the Lobos, he's run for 23. He's passed the ball 5 of 15 for 94 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And really, when they lost their tailback, Tiger Ryden, the game changed for DeSoto. They were not in control when he got hurt anyway, so now it's not like they were winning and then were losing.
But a big kid.
But they lost that weapon. 4th down, they got to get to the 41-yard line. Ryan, straight drop, got time, looking over the top middle. That one knocked away, incomplete. It'll be Lobo ball. On the coverage, Bradley Williams, who was shadowing the sophomore wide receiver Ethan Feaster, and the Lobos will take it back at the 34.
It's always a great day to be at Lobos, and you got to be feeling great right now. But 6.5 minutes left to go in the game. We're all the way up on the 5th floor, 5th story. I need to try to head down and I can try to give me some interviews.
I hear you.
Since this game is out of reach. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody a little bit early and try to head down and talk to Coach King and a few other players.
You better get him.
You know I'm going to get him.
My man.
And let's do it again next week. Go Lobos.
All right, Keaton Daniels. We're going to hand the headset to Frank Sides. And with 6:23 left to play, Lobos with a big lead, to the ground they will go. How about some more? How about Boosie Loose again? And there you go, touchdown number 5. Oh my goodness.
We just put a half 100 on them, folks.
Not only that, Taylor Tatum, you got to make a little space because Boosie's coming through. He just tied your all-time single-season touchdown rushing record with his 33rd of the season.
If Dre Mitchell completes the extra point here, we put a 50-burger on him. goodness gracious. Wow, Chuck.
50 if we get the point after to 14. Point up and good, and the Lobos are freaking out, the folks from Desoto.
At this point, all you could do is laugh, Chuck. There's 6 minutes left in the game, and we lead one of the favorites to win it all 50-14.
Numbers for Boosie Washington, 29 carries, 277, and now 5 touchdowns today. What rain? There's no rain. It's rain in Lobo touchdowns is the only rain we're getting here today.
They still haven't changed the scoreboard to 50 yet. I'm wondering if he made that or not.
They put their hands on there. It is. There's 50.
Okay. I don't want to get that wrong.
No, it's not wrong. 33 touchdowns this season. That was touchdown number 66 of his career. He's close to Taylor on that one. He's still 4 to go for Taylor on that one. And now has passed Fred Talley with his 54th all-time rushing touchdown to move into number 3 in that position. We've watched a historic season out of Boosie Washington, and it keeps getting more and more impressive. And by the way, he started with 2152. He's added 277, which means he's now at 2,429 yards on the year as a kick goes into the end zone.
And just incredible. And you used the word watched as a past tense. So we're still going, Chuck. We're going to have another, if all things go well, couple hundred to tack on next week. And it looks like it's going to be South Lake Carroll is who he's going to have to do it against. But we still got 6 minutes left in this one. We've seen crazier things, but at this point, those DeSoto fans can start firing up the cars.
No, I haven't seen crazier than if they come back from 36 down. They're now 5 full touchdowns behind. That would be crazy. We don't want to even talk about that kind of crazy. Ryan, they're going to go back to the ground. Lobos forget it all over him. Helmet off. I don't know who lost their hat, but the Lobos are all over it now.
It's 59 without a hat.
Yeah, loss of a yard, I believe, for Baker. Second down. Yeah, to put it right back in the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10.
That was Hampton, Williams, and Reese on the stop. You just can't get outside against these linebackers.
5:45 left to play. To the ground again. Baker again. Yard gain only, 3rd down 9. Lobos just flying around right now.
Hampton Williams in the backfield again. The young man has really come on strong towards the end of the season and making that linebacker core what is likely the best in the state.
3rd down 9. Eagles have 5 minutes left in the season. Was their attempt for a three-peat. Ryan back, pressure coming, spins away from it. He's going to throw on the run, out of bounds, incomplete anyway, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent play by the Lobo defensive line. Forced him to his left across his body. Good throw. He might have been able to catch that and get a foot down, but would have taken a perfect throw.
And they're not going to play around with this. Claude Mathis is in effect waved the white flag. Punter coming in.
And I suspect we won't see a Lobo back.
No.
There's no reason to catch this.
Nope. 5 minutes exactly in this game remaining.
And I'm wrong. Bubba White said, let me get my hands on 6 right quick. Standing at the 50.
Lobos had a 23-7 lead at halftime. They've outscored the Eagles 27-7 in this second half. And the clock was winding down. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called with 5 minutes exactly to play. Incredible. Lobos looking for their 12th win of the year. A team that 10 weeks ago was 2-2, and that there was grumblings about what happened. This team's not that good. They're going to have a terrible year. We're not even going to make the playoffs. If they are, they're going to be one and done, blah, blah, blah. 10 weeks later.
We've got one response to that, don't we? How you like us now?
They're on the verge of going to the state semifinals.
the Final Four in their first year back in 6A. It's pretty incredible knowing we lost, 15 or 17 starters off of a quality football team. It's been a lot of fun. I can't stop grinning. I'm ear to ear.
Chance to wipe out 2 years ago, lost to Aledo in the state semis. They're going to get another chance to be back in the state semis. Bubba's on the 50-yard line. And here comes the punt. Boy, they almost got that. High up in the air, not even going to they're just going to watch it hit. Above Bubba, past him, and it'll roll inside the 30, right to the 31-yard line.
And it's too early to start taking these, so you're not trying to run the score up on anybody, but we've run for 400 yards today, Chuck?
Something we're well over 400 yards.
If they can't stop it, they can't stop it. At this point, who would have thought coming into this one that we would be trying to figure out just exactly how many yards over the 400 mark we got on the ground against this DeSoto team?
429 on the ground, 10 through the air. Held DeSoto to 155 on the ground, 115 through the air.
And the senior Maverick Rowe is going to check in and take the last few snaps here.
And I don't imagine we'll see any more of Boosie. I would think his day is done. I'm guessing you're going to get some Pereira, and Pereira's going to be the deep back. Mason Washington in there at fullback. Maverick Rowe at quarterback. And the ball's on the ground on the very first snap.
And I think
the Eagles got it right. Yeah, Eagles got it back. Well, that's going to make John King just so frustrated. You want to just finish off this game clean. You bring in the second unit and you fumble the first snap.
Unfortunate.
And so the game, which had been clean of turnovers for the Lobos, they turn the ball over here.
This is some pride on the line here. First team defense back in the game. We don't want them getting on the board again.
No, you mentioned weirder things have happened. It's a 36-point lead, and they would have to take a lot of miraculous stuff with 4:35 left, but why hand it to them? Ryan on first down, back to pass, not much rush at all. He'll throw sideline. Ball is caught and tippy-toeing out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Ball's caught over there by the sophomore Feaster.
These DeSoto receivers are really, really good at catching the football at the high point with their hands and making sure their feet are in bounds. Good throw, good catch.
They'll go back to the ground here. Baker, maybe yard at most. Reese with the tackle at his ankles. Second down and 9.
Bubba White there to finish it off. We'll give him a yard on first down, gladly.
Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Don't see Singleton in the game even, their best receiver. Back to pass, they're going to loop one up toward Feaster, back of the end zone. Can't hang on to it. It'll bring up third down and 9.
Pretty good throw, just couldn't find the football. And for the folks watching, we can't express how grateful we are for your support. We're here on a volunteer basis specifically because you guys deserve this. The kids deserve this. The city of Longview deserves this. So click share and keep letting folks know that we're going to do this as long as they'll let us. And big shout out to Longview ISD for helping get us accommodated. The stadium's awesome. And just thank you so much.
All right, third down 9, 3:50 left to play. Ryan, handoff Baker. Drop down before he gets near a first down. He's knocked down at the 11-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down about 4.
And I would say we enjoy doing this as much as you enjoy watching it, and that's true for the most part. But, 3.5 hours before this one starts, we're on our hands and knees taping down wires for you. That's the last I'll say about it, Chuck.
Fourth down and 5. 3:20 left, and looks like we're going to get another timeout. Lobos take it with 3:22 left to play.
And I'll say, and I speak for all of Lobo Nation, Chuck, we are glad to have you back. We really missed you last week. Thank you for doing this for us.
Well, it's good to be back. I hated that I wasn't here last week, and I certainly hated the circumstances that kept me from being here last week, but it's good to be back. Missed you guys. Love calling Lobo games, and it's good therapy. How about that?
That's right. Not as much fun as that 4.5-hour drive home, though.
No, that's going to be a pain in the neck. If anybody's got a
lot
teleporter, I'll love that. Unfortunately, I'm a little further drive away than the rest of you guys are, but yeah, it's
a lot more fun than if the scoreboard were reversed.
Oh gosh, yes.
And Keaton, again, we appreciate you, man. He's headed down to the field to talk to the players and the coach after this kind of, there's no other way to word it. This is almost a historic victory. The Lobos have blown past expectations. One of the best teams in the country just beat them smooth up, folks.
Yeah, again, if you don't recognize how dominating Desoto has been all year long, with the exception of 2 losses. They lost to Duncanville and they lost to North Crowley. No embarrassment in either of those. There's a flag down at the 15-yard line. There's the ball loose, and there's a little bit of extracurricular going on after the fact. So we'll see if we can sort all this out.
2 things. Get to the sidelines. We've got 2 Lobos down. There's a little scuffle happening at the bottom of your screen. Get to the sidelines. We need you all next week. I think we're going to get our first holding call of about 1 million on Desoto today, and it's going to be Lobo football.
Brendan Reese doing his best to keep the peace, if you will, as he escorts Jesse Hampton Williams to the other side of the field.
And this happens when a game's this out of hand and there's this many emotions.
All right, Lobo ball. They'll just take it after the turnover on downs, and Longview's going to have 3:10 left to run off.
Can you imagine how egregious a holding call has to be to get made at this point in the game after what we've seen all day today?
So Longview will take the ball over at the 14-yard line.
And we were talking about David versus Goliath, and I think we had the roles reversed, unfortunately. David just walked up to Goliath and knocked him unconscious in the first round.
First down Longview, 3:10 left to play. We're going back to the starters. John King did not like what happened at the end of that, and so Hamilton back in, hands off to Pereira. Pereira will advance the ball up to near the 24-yard line. Actually, let's see what they're going to put on the 24 exactly for 10 yards. And the Lobos get a first down out of it. Javarian Pereira, gain of 10. So Trey Hamilton back in there at quarterback now as the clock runs under 2:45. And you would expect that play you just saw will be the play you see about 3 more times. Mason in front of Pereira. Hand off to him again. Javorian looking for some room, lowers his head, gains it out to about the 29-yard line for a gain of about 5.
And those of you still with us, and I can see there are a bunch of you, share this feed, let some folks know they can go back and watch this one. You're going to want to see this a few times.
Second down and 5. We got a Lobo. No, it's a Eagle that's injured down at about the 20-yard line. I said if you didn't believe Desoto was the deal, listen to the scores. They opened against a Georgia team, Creekside, beat them 70-0. They lost to North Crowley, who's still playing in Division I, 57-51. Beat Corpus Christi Miller, 57-21. Beat Mesquite, 71-0. Beat Waxahachie, 39-24. Lost to Duncanville, their last loss, 42-20. Then beat Mesquite Horns, scored 65. 49 against Cedar Hill, 45 against Lancaster, 63 against Colleen Shoemaker, 51 against Wiley East, and 55 last week. They've got 14 against the Lobos. Duncanville held them to 20. Longview has held them to 14.
Unbelievable, Chuck.
Their defense gave up 57 in the loss to Crowley, North Crowley. This is the second most any team scored on them this year. Pereira again up the middle. Near first down yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it sounds crazy to say this, Chuck, but I suspect if we needed more, we had it. That's how good this Lobo offense has looked today.
And they move the chains. They'll probably do one more running play and then start taking a knee.
I love that.
Longview going to 12-2. DeSoto is going to fall to 11-3, and they're going to lose to somebody in the playoffs not named Duncanville for the first time in 5 years. They won back-to-back state championships, and we're going to start taking these now. We'll do it 2 more times, and the Lobos are going to become the regional champions. Who'd have thunk it? And there is an exuberance breaking out on the Lobos sideline and in the stands across the field. If you didn't believe it was possible, well, guess what? You were wrong. It's possible. 56 seconds. We're going to take one more knee, maybe 2, and that'll do it. We've got 13 yet on the play clock. They don't have to do it anytime soon. And the Lobos going to let the clock just run down. John King congratulating the officiating crew. That's the last snap. And guess what? The Eagles have crash landed. Longview 50, DeSoto 14. The Lobos ride a 5-touchdown performance by Kelvin Washington. Boosie goes for 277 and 5 scores. They get a pick 6 from Kalen Carter and run over the DeSoto Eagles, who have got to be stunned as Claude Mathis falls to 0-5 against John King, who just picked up his 233rd, I believe it's 233rd career victory.
The Eagles crash land, find a way to get up, and then get beat up again. The Lobos, from play number 1, went out to prove a point. We're smaller than you. Our names are smaller than yours. But put your shirts back on and get back in that tunnel. You ain't intimidating us.
DeSoto came out with no shirts on in warm-up in a driving rain, 50-degree temperature, thinking it was going to impress somebody. They look good. It didn't impress the Lobos. Longview never flinched. They scored first. They missed the point after they trailed 7-6 and never trailed again. 23-7 at the half, 50-14 for the game. And it's just euphoria here in Baylor, or Waco rather, where the McLane Stadium's got Bears in the end zone. It's got Lobos all over the field.
And as long as they'll keep our camera feed up, we'll show you the Lobos getting the regional final trophy.
Amen.
I have no control over that.
Oh, you control everything. You are the mix master.
Here's the school song. And it looks like they're going to cut the cameras and leave us with the wide shot, unfortunately, and I don't blame them. It's Saturday afternoon.
We'll do this while they're doing that. 19 first downs for DeSoto, 20 for Longview. 47 carries for 157 on the ground for the Eagles. We each had 47 carries. They gained 157 against our defense. We gained 445 against theirs. We were 1 of 6 throwing the football for 10 yards. They were 7 of 24 throwing the ball, 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And the Lobos, wow, 2 of 13 on third down conversions for DeSoto today. Eagles just could not get things going. 2 of 13 were the killer for them, and they were 3 of 7 on fourth downs. Dre Mitchell with a huge play in the end zone in the first half on a snap that almost got away from him. He kicked the ball out of that end zone and saved what would have been points for the other team. And instead, Longview's moving on to play next week. We expected South Lake Carroll. We think they finalized their game against Denton Geyer. A little bit of a surprise. And the Lobos are going to be meeting them, we believe, next Saturday. And it looks like in the Metroplex.
It does. We'll know for sure tonight, and we'll be sure and let you know. I don't know if this smile's coming off my face until Thursday morning, Chuck. What a day.
Well, there it is. Final score, 50-14. Longview, Region 2 champions. Tell you what, folks at Dave Campbell's, etc., they want to rethink their assessment of the Lobos in the future.
Oh, and there's some tweets that y'all want to start deleting because I'm coming home soon, folks.
All right, man. We're done for today. Appreciate you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll be back again with you again next week as the Lobos try to work their way into a state championship. You got the Dragons to deal with next. But right now it's a really sweet win over a very cocky DeSoto Eagle bunch. They'll be walking with their tails between their legs heading home because the Lobos beat them down silly today here at McLane Stadium. Tell you what, for Keaton Daniels, for Frank Sides, I'm Chuck Zach. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys supporting us, and you've been watching a presentation of Lobo football on the Longview ISD streaming feed. You guys take care. Have a great weekend. So long, everybody.